Welcome to the Podcast FC show. My name is Tum. Our opening segment is powered by ZipRecruiter. It's the new year, which means a fresh start for your business. And a great year starts with making great hires. But posting your job in one place isn't enough to find quality candidates. If you want to find the perfect hire, you need to post your job on all the top job sites. And now you can with ZipRecruiter. You can jumpstart your hiring in 2017, post your job to 200 plus job sites, including social media networks like Facebook and Twitter, all with a single click. Find candidates in any city or industry nationwide. Just post once and watch your qualified candidates roll into ZipRecruiter's easy-to-use interface. No juggling emails or calls to your office. Quickly screen candidates, rate them, and hire the right person fast. Find out today why ZipRecruiter has been used by over 1 million businesses. And right now, our listeners can post jobs on ZipRecruiter for free by going to ziprecruiter.com/sportsfan. That's right, ziprecruiter.com/sportsfan. One more time to try for free, go to ziprecruiter.com/sportsfan.
Podcast FC show is brought to you by CLNS Radio. CLNS Radio, the leading online provider of audio and video coverage of your favorite Boston sports teams. Follow CLNS Radio on social media. On Twitter, you can find them at CLNS Radio. On Facebook, search CLNS Fans. That's one word, CLNS Fans. And download the free CLNS Radio app on the iOS store and Android store as well. Simply search CLNS Radio in your app marketplace.
We're at 4 here, 5 there.
Oh, you dropped it?
Yeah.
Nice. Cool. Perfect.
What's
We
up?
in
What's
here?
up, McLovin? How are we doing over there? Oh, I'm sorry, that's Bus. Could have mistaked you for someone else there. No comeback. No comeback.
Just laughed it
Just
off.
accepting it.
Just giggled it
Just
off.
accept-
Giggled.
I
He's
mean,
tired.
it's a pretty good photo. It's I see
Spot
the
on.
similarities.
Slimitaries.
You awake, Huss? You napping?
A little bit, a little tired.
So it's a sleepy international break.
Oh my
Oh.
god, it's so boring.
I mean, guys, we're
So
trying.
boring.
We're trying. We're watching highlights, watching games. I was up this morning watching England playing Lithuania
Yeah.
in Spanish. You know what I mean? Didn't know what they were
It
saying,
looked like England was falling asleep a little bit on the field too. Minus
were.
Sterling.
right?
Who?
Sterling.
Yay, showing him some love.
I show
There
him
you
love all
go.
the time, guys.
Whoa.
Hey, here's a question.
Some
Here's a
Yaya
question.
Toure
Tiki,
bullshit.
Tiki and Tom, would you rather have Firmino on your team or Raheem Sterling?
Personally,
Sterling.
Sterling.
Playing on the
Raheem,
wing.
Raheem the
Sterling.
dream.
Everyone would want that.
Yeah.
For me, Sterling.
Should have kept him then.
We didn't have a choice.
Yeah.
We just sold Suarez. I mean, the team was going downhill. I mean,
Should have
it is
treated
what
him
it is.
better.
Exactly.
Should've
All those
respected
fans.
him, yep.
Shit, no.
Hey, you know,
Yep.
hey,
He's not
it's
worth that
better-
contract.
To be fair, it's better to lose Sterling than it is to lose Alexis Sanchez.
Well, he's not lost, so
He's going to be.
we'll
Yeah,
cross that
It's
bridge
a
when we
great
get to it.
deflection,
Yeah.
Huss.
There is no bridge to cross.
Oh, there is a bridge.
No,
it's a
he's
long bridge called Wenger.
No, he took a plane ride. He just
Well,
out of there.
So, speaking
a plane
about
wreck or plane
Plane
ride.
ride.
Oh, okay.
Boom.
talking about international
I thought it
week,
was called a flight, but okay.
international qualifiers. Let's talk about the best game of the qualifying period. USA 6-0 Honduras.
Good thing it started like midnight. Oh my god.
Actually, it was
It's a
11,
West Coast
11
game.
o'clock, 11 o'clock
11
East
o'clock.
Coast.
Oh, late game, but it started
Standard
out
time.
real quick.
Oh my God.
They
Did it
needed
ever.
that. They
Yeah.
did because
this is
they
the
lost
way-
this game. There was a legitimate chance the USA was going to miss the World Cup.
They're on the
And-
bottom of the group.
No
when this
points.
started.
No
And
points from two
they're
games.
going to. I mean, they're losing to teams that are literally as big as one of their states, if not smaller.
What does that mean, Hussey?
It means that
Look-
they
look-
have
look at
50
the-
to 60 million
Look
people.
at the
to choose
Netherlands. Look at the Netherlands. Look at England.
From. I understand that.
So it doesn't matter for shit.
It does to
Look
the
at
point.
Belgium-
It
look at
shows.
Belgium.
It shows the system that USA hasn't.
We should have 10 World Cups if that's the case.
Well, not so much because
So
we're a
shouldn't
little bit-
Russia.
Yeah.
No, I-
Dominate.
No, but by your logic, yes.
Kind of got you. He
No,
pinned
no,
you
because
on the wrestling mat.
No, because those
3
European
points to
countries
Al.
had the sport in place sooner than U.S.
1 point to Huss.
talking about size of countries.
Yeah. I know,
talking about
it's one of the major
population
factors.
numbers.
And the amount of money that's in the system for the U.S., the amount of millions of dollars that they spend.
Do me a favor, Hussey. Go to Honduras, check out the pitches and the training facilities, and then go to the United States and walk around those facilities.
I understand. That's why there was a 6-0 game.
Night and day.
Look, I had a feeling going into this game, this was going to be the U.S.'s one of the easiest games in the group. I mean, Honduras, especially playing them on home field, on home turf, it was definitely a TCB type of game. But what's encouraging is how the U.S. started. Started out fast. A lot of the times, it takes them a little while to kind of play to their level, right? So they're playing against a Honduras team. Typically, they'll play down. You're playing against Germany. You'll give them a little bit of a tough time and maybe give up a goal, in the second half. This game, they're showing their quality. I think it's down to Pulisic. The kid is special.
I was going to say.
Josie Altidore, tired of Farid Hayton. Michael Bradley coming in.
Michael Bradley sucks.
You see all the usual suspects.
Still sucks.
People shit on. Stepped up.
Michael Bradley scored a goal. He had a shit game.
And by the way, it was a goal, but it wasn't a great shot.
Oh my
Hussey,
God!
okay.
I will not say that.
I will not say that.
His weaker foot side netting.
It was left peg from about 22 yards out. That
Across
was a good
his
strike.
body too.
The
That was a good strike.
But I mean,
what a hater!
There are many times that he gave the ball away in the middle. That's still
focus on that, not the goal.
Because he gave the ball away, that wasn't a great goal.
I don't think it was a great goal.
You have to separate the shit.
No, see, tell him it was a great goal.
No, great goal is what Dempsey
he scored
did.
that, and I was like, shit, now I got to bite my tongue.
Dempsey had great goals.
But the amount of times, this whole game, defense was solid for the U.S. Midfield, non-existent. Front three, dynamite. As soon as we got to the final third, they couldn't stop us. But the midfield, dude, I mean, if Honduras pressed us harder in the midfield, we would have lost this game.
My thing,
balls going straight constantly. Michael Bradley's one of the main culprits.
You
always losing the fucking.
You guys,
I read a review. It's like characteristic turnovers in midfield. Michael Bradley, you're the fucking center mid.
He's the captain.
These are not characteristic mistakes.
Yeah,
bro, you're right in terms of how many times he loses the ball. He always either gives it away or he tries to force it forward, and it's just a long errand ball that's just loose. But who else is better than Michael Bradley at this point? We all understand that Bradley is over the hill, right? He's not the same player he was when he was playing for Roma or the year before that. Bro, getting fresh over there. I like that.
You know it.
I like that.
Little PFC hat
over there.
There's a little swag going on.
He's not the player he used to be.
So slow. No recovery time.
Beckerman? You're going to get Kyle Beckerman in there?
I get
Who
Beckerman.
you going to put over there?
That's Al's boy.
Of course, bro. But he still won't do the
Lando
job.
didn't retire for a second time.
Yeah, Lando plays on the winger up top.
I don't care. Put him in the middle.
Beckerman doesn't score that left
Lando
foot
understood.
peg.
He saw the 6-0.
does.
Was like, yeah, I think they're over me. Apparently. He tried to go back to his ex. His ex was like, yeah, we're moving on.
That hurts, man. Jermaine Jones would have played in this game, I think, if he wasn't suspended. And I would rather Jermaine Jones, even though he's older. I would rather him to Michael Bradley. And I would rather Clint Dempsey still have the armband. I'm still sour about that shit.
Jermaine Jones is a card waiting to happen.
And I think Bradley, as long as Dempsey's on the pitch, Bradley's fine, man. I think there's some kind of symbiotic relationship between those two. Bradley, is he quality? No. But like to Tom's point, who do you put on, dude? Jones is too defensive.
Just keep the ball.
When I ask that
That's all I
question,
ask.
people they don't answer it. They don't answer it.
That's the thing. It's just there's a hole in that position, man. England at some point had a hole at the number 9 position. You know, like it just happens.
Yeah, let's throw Crouch up there.
Exactly.
Like, what?
Dude, let's throw, what's his name? Carroll up there. Like he's the next best thing. Like, come on, man. So like holes happen. It's a national team sport, and that's why like it's so interesting to watch the national stages because like you're not gonna fill every position unless you're lucky countries like England right now, Germany, France.
Scholes, Gerrard, Lampard. That's your sentiment. I don't think the U.S. has ever had a dominant sentiment in there ever.
And I think Bradley's fine.
I can't think of one.
He's not, and the reason why he's still giving those balls away, I think, in my opinion, man, is because he came back to MLS, went back to old habits. It's a lower level league. I respect the MLS as far as how far it's come.
Yeah,
it always sounds like I'm shitting on MLS, but I'm just comparing MLS to Europe, and it's just apples to oranges at this point. Yeah. So for him, if he had stayed at Roma, especially because Pjanic left, there's a hole right there, man. There's a hole for him possibly to fill. Maybe he didn't, maybe he was done sort of trying to be the journeyman in Europe. But if he was playing at AS Roma this year, I think he wouldn't be giving away so many balls on the international stage.
I think he still wouldn't be getting as much time, game time, that is. But he'd be practicing with better quality players. He'd be slightly more sharper in that regard.
He was sharper in the 2010 World Cup, man. He
Yeah.
was sharp as hell in the 2010 World Cup.
He was in his prime at that point.
That's true.
That was the best we were going to see, I think, from Michael Bradley. And I still think he's a cerebral player. It's just that he's over the hill. But there are other players other than Michael Bradley on the U.S. men's national team, man. Josie Altidore, for all the slack he takes on that first goal. What a creative little scooper pooper is what I like to call it. Nice little pass in there. And I forgot the number 9's name, but he was the right place at the right time. Unfortunately, he gets injured.
Sebastian
Leggett.
Yeah.
Leggett. I can't say it.
Leggett.
Yeah,
Leggett. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Gets injured, but he gets himself a goal. And, wearing that number 9, he showed a good nose for goal.
He set us off, man. First 5 minutes. I mean, we knew what this tie was going to be. Then Michael Bradley gets that somewhat fortunate strike. The goalie on Honduras was about 5'11". Like, he was tiny.
Man. He was devastated.
But he was so you can't be that tall and be a goalie.
Dempsey goal, the free kick.
I'm just saying, man. You got to be at least 6'1".
Unless if you're Lloris.
Lloris is 6'2".
Is he?
Yeah.
I thought Lloris was only like 5.
No, what about Casillas?
That's what it looks like.
Casillas
Casillas
was
was
like
6'1".
Yeah, like
He's like
6'1".
Yeah, I
He was
feel like he's
tiny
5'9". He tippy-toed for the measurement day.
6'1",
He's
bro.
6'1".
They don't look tall because they're goalies going up against 6'4" defenders.
And Casillas was a
Small,
cat.
then.
Casillas was an agile cat.
What about Barthez?
No one's
He was
fucking
small,
Courtois. Yeah, fucking Barthez was 6 foot solid, dude.
Dude,
Self-explained.
he was
Barthez.
5'8", 6'2" on his toes.
5'8".
Yeah, dude, he was a little man.
The metal pins.
Him and Skulls were eye to eye.
But
I hear your point, man.
this game, Clint Dempsey, irregular heartbeat and all, back in the game, back in the limelight.
That's
problem.
unbelievable.
Granted, it was Honduras, but he took 3 great goals.
Bro, they were saying he wasn't going to start.
Yeah. Is he gonna play?
He had an irregular heartbeat.
Forget about starting.
I thought he was gonna retire.
It's great to see him just play, just in general, getting back from that health situation.
He's catching
and getting
Lando.
on the-
Yeah,
He's catching
him.
he's creeping up
Yeah,
on
no,
him,
he'll
man.
overtake
But-
Lando.
All right. I mean, he had some great goals, but the young buck, Pulisic, oh my, he looked like probably the best player on the field during this game.
He is the
He's the
U.S.'s
most talented.
best player.
Yeah, he's
Right
most
now.
talented.
You could have argued that, well, not so much he would have got the assist, but he was a very big reason why that first goal went in. He had another
God bless.
couple assists, and then he had on the outside, the referee calls it out of bounds. He's walking the line just like Messi, goes right around the Honduras
way
player.
in
That was
bounds.
bullshit.
The
man.
ball was on the. There was more ball inbounds than there was out of bounds.
Agreed.
And he was off and running. That would have been a Sports Center. That would have been a highlight reel type of goal
Definitely.
right there.
If he scored.
I think he would, or at least he would have given a good pass.
Yeah,
Kid was
I
on
know.
fire, man. The kid was definitely on
It was
fire.
special.
And
I
this
think
this is
he's
why.
feeling light on the
Sorry,
toes.
Tom.
No, go for
This
it.
this is why Jurgen Klinsmann got axed because he wouldn't play this kid.
Yeah, you did.
No, he wouldn't play him like Bruce Arena's gonna play him.
He's kind of breaking him in slowly. I see what you're
He was
saying.
holding him back constantly.
I don't know. I think Pulisic was playing a lot, and then in the last
Not-
World
not
Cup,
a lot.
he was like 17 in the World Cup, so I can see why he played here and there.
I'm talking about in between the World Cup and now. In between
I
the
think-
build up to when he got fired.
I think the U.S. just feels good now because they have an American coach. It's kind of important to have that relation where
America.
Fuck
it's just important
For
to
real.
have that relation. Bruce Arena has been there basically since day one.
Even if he fails, oh, he's American. He's cool.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
We're
know
on
if it
his
goes
side
that
still.
far because Bob Bradley's American and he got smashed out.
Bruce Arena's record as a coach in America.
Yeah.
He's one of
International
the
coach, yep.
greatest American coaches ever.
Yeah, you got to
Yes.
like the quarterfinals in the World
The
Cup,
what?
but then he also the next one, I believe he didn't even get out of group stages. So it's high, low,
Even
low.
going
but-
back to his
High
college
highs, low lows?
days, bro. Like, this guy's a winner.
Yeah.
He's a winner
Yeah.
for sure. And
Whatever
look, he
is-
has the player's confidence.
I mean, I loved when they were saying like, "Oh, he won the first 2 MLSs with DC United when they obviously had the best team," and then they're like, "Oh, but he won with the Galaxy when they obviously had the
Yeah,
best."
but you know what it is? It's the same argument with Pep. Obviously
yeah.
we scale it down a lot more, but it's the same argument. Sure, he's had the best talent, but
Still-
he's got LA
yeah.
Galaxy just firing on all cylinders year in, year out. There were times when Beckham, just after he left, when they had Keane, they weren't exactly who they were, that shining, glistening team, and he managed to sort of keep them fighting. You know what I mean?
He's a good coach, man.
I was against Bruce Arenas getting hired. I'm not going to lie. But it is Honduras, but after seeing at least the ferocity they were playing with, they were up 4-0, still attacking. 6-0, still attacking. So, that mentality where U.S. doesn't let up, I think that's important to bring that back into the international setup.
And it wasn't pretty. I think Klinsmann was trying to get us to actually have a defined system, building through the midfield, which was, maybe it was just an off game for the midfield. They were horrible. But the never say die attitude that the United States is all about, the grit, the athleticism,
Down
the
your
hard
throat
work.
kind of team,
That's who we are. We don't really have a style of play, but that's our mentality. That's our culture. And that's fine because it wins us games and it gets us goals. As long as we get 5-6 chances a game, we have a chance to win that game.
And if you can find a way to
score.
translate that attitude down to youth level where you're almost trying to instill the Dortmund, the Liverpool, maybe the Barcelona without so much emphasis on technique, but more the high press, the rock and roll system. If you can get that from a young age, you develop guys like Pulisic, who's rock and roll, man. He might not defend too much, but that dude is a high presser. He's an attacker. He gets the ball. First look is forward. You translate that message down the pipeline. You have 13, 12-year-olds right now learning that, the best football is rock and roll football. You can create a potent national team. I don't know if they'll ever win a World Cup or anything, but at least that system, you can sort of scale it.
The only way the U.S. will win a World Cup is if they basically export their best young talents to Europe.
Yes.
And primarily Germany.
You have to.
Primarily Germany. We look at Fabian Johnson, Bobby
Spain
Wood.
as
All
well.
the best
Julian Green.
U.S. players right now currently reside in Germany.
Yep.
Yes, there are other leagues out there. Spain, like you're saying, Huss, that wouldn't be bad too. But I look at Germany on an international level, what they're doing with their team.
Rock and roll
they're
system.
consistent.
Yep.
Spain had hit those golden years with, Puyol, Xavi, Iniesta winning the Euro and the World Cup under Del Bosque. But Germany's always consistent. Always consistent. They have that work rate. They have the technique. They have the mentality
They
as
have
well.
the system, yep.
So
There's no lazy players.
No, none at all. Export your best youth to Germany if you can, if you're the U.S. That will, I think, be your best shot of winning the World Cup.
Well, that's the big thing when we say Klinsmann or Bruce or whatever. It has less to do with that. Well, I think Bruce is actually good short term, but is he better long term? We don't know that yet. But
I think somebody will come along.
Klinsmann was trying to change the whole system. That's the problem. He tried to
change the foundation of U.S.
exactly,
soccer.
Which is good. He put in some good.
He's
he
worried
put
about
in a
the
good
team.
foundation.
Yeah, Bruce Arenas, he wants the team. He wants to change the team right now. Klinsmann was trying to change the total idea of the academy system in the U.S., and that's the big thing where it has less to do about the managers coaching right now and more with the overall system that's in America right now.
I agree, man. And it's different. MLS is on different seasons. They play at different times than everyone else, and no relegation. And there's so many things.
Well, it's also, I feel like there's a lot. I know there's distractions in the other countries, but right now I feel like in America there's so many distractions for the younger kids coming up. I think that's what some of the legends are saying about the English players right now. They're starting to get off track a little bit because they're not practicing as much or not as hungry, basically. Where I was reading some stuff where Barcelona, from the ages of 10 to 11 to 19, they want these kids to do a certain amount of hours. They want them to do 6,000 hours of certain type of training.
Yeah, they're schoolboys,
they would
man.
be
Barcelona
doing 1,000
are
hours
schoolboys,
of
bro.
just rondo.
It's so difficult to be the greatest with Xbox One, PS4, and Instagram out.
And your iPhone, dude.
Come on, bro. It's so distracting.
Well, one big thing, it's kind of switching to NBA, where Russell Westbrook, he's known for being maybe the best guard in the league just because of his athleticism. And when they brought up, they'd talk about, how do you watch game film? And when he was younger, he would say, I don't watch game film. I play video games. He would just tell people, I don't watch game film.
Many distractions, bro.
I play games. I don't watch games. So when it comes down to it, he started watching game film, and the next game he broke a NBA record for having perfect shooting with a triple-double. It's just that type of mentality on certain plays of this day and age, of this generation. Sometimes, they talk about Frank Lampard always being on the training field, working. How many players in U.S. do you see working another 2 hours after training?
And that's why scouting has changed. Instead of scouting just the most talented kids, now I think the most difficult thing about scouting is scouting that kid who's going to stay, who's going to come in 2 hours before, stay 2 hours after. What's inside? What was that fire there?
And I'm not saying everyone has to do that, because you're basically giving up your life to be great at something, you have to have so many sacrifices in your life that it's going to be really hard to have a personal life or have a marriage or have a family. And, like, I understand that. Some people want to do it, some people don't.
I think Fergie came out and said, he was talking the other day, and he was like, yeah, you know, my wife basically raised the kids. He's like, I didn't have time for it. But that's like any job.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you got to go to work, you got to focus on your work. But I think kids these days, they see Cristiano, they see Messi and Neymar, they want to be cool without the hard work. Because that's all they see is the coolness. They just want to get there. And they do one thing good in the game, they think they're there. But it's all about body language. You know, when you're scouting, it's all body language. This guy who's loses the ball, gets it back. Or game's 90th minute, he's still busting his balls. It comes down to body language.
Well, there's too often young players are worried about the name on the shoes and not the name on the chest.
You loved that one, didn't you?
So
just a
terrible.
last touch on this game.
What? There's nothing terrible.
Last touch on.
Are they thinking about
It was
the
it was just
sponsorship,
fucking
or
dramatic.
They're thinking about the jersey.
Last thing on the U.S. Honduras game, Clint Dempsey, 5 goals off Landon Donovan for the all-time record for U.S. goal scorers.
Lando.
Josie Altidore actually is on 37.
People hating on Josie, man.
Clint's on 52, so that's respect. But yeah, Clint will take that over.
So
hopefully soon.
Because
that was the last point.
Well, no,
That was
but
the last point.
because Lando just retired again, do you think he came back to the MLS because he knew from backdoor talks that Klinsmann was going to get sacked, and he came back to the MLS hoping that Bruce was going to pick him just for these games?
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Well, you never know.
I do know because he came out and he said he's done. He wants to retire. He wants to walk away for the game.
I know, but do you think that was part of the incentive to come back early this year?
I don't think so.
He only came back? Oh, okay.
Honestly,
On the other side of CONCACAF, Mexico played Costa Rica, handled them 2-0. That was a 1-2 game right there, which is sort of a good result for the U.S. Obviously, you wanted to draw for the best result, but as it sits right now, the table for CONCACAF, Mexico with 7 points, Costa Rica with 6, Panama with 4, and U.S. in 4th in that playoff position.
Panama's sneaky,
with
though.
3 points.
Panama's sneaky. They gave us trouble last time out.
They're good.
There's the game's, Tuesday night, right? Tuesday night in Panama, the U.S.
Well, they almost
Heading
caught
down
Brazil on the heels. Was it 2 summers ago? Or no, wait.
Different Brazil team, though.
Yeah, no, but
different
still.
Brazil. This Brazil team is totally different.
All right, let's head over to South America.
Let me just shout out Chicharito in this game. The beloved striker. He draw level with Jared Borghetti at 46 goals for the Mexican national team. So say what you want, man, about Javier Hernandez, but this guy's a natural goal scorer. And if you remember, Borghetti had one of the most amazing headers you could score. I'll post the clip up there. It was like a reverse flick ahead, up and over the goalkeeper. So this guy's a natural goal scorer.
He's only 28. People kind of criticize his overall game. He's not a complete number 9, but his movement in and around the box, his sense, his spidey sense for the goal is incredible.
He can do everything but like run at a defender.
Yeah, he's not good at. He's not the best dribbler. He won't get you too many assists, but he'll work his socks off and he'll get you goals. I mean, to be Mexico, a great historical country when it comes to football, it's incredible, and I'm so happy for him.
I think it's 2 to 3 years till he plays in the MLS. I think he's gonna come over, get some money because we got like Beckham in Miami trying to start something, and then if Mexico is ever able to start a team like in recent talks, I feel like he would be a great addition, even if he's older. Bring him in, he'd be like the face for like 1 season, 2 seasons.
He'll be there eventually.
Off to CONMEBOL in South America, you got Uruguay getting smashed at home. Uruguay.
That's what Uruguay.
That's what my Uruguayan roommate used to yell. Yeah, Martin. During Uruguay games, he'd be standing, on the couch, Uruguay, like singing his chants, waving his scarf, throwing toilet paper. You know how they throw like tissue rolls and stuff onto the field. He was throwing toilet paper in the dorm room, dude. This guy's a legend. He's in Barcelona now, loving life. Good for him. But yeah, man, his team gets smashed up by Brazil, 4-1.
How's it feel, Martin? I'm just kidding, man. That's hard.
Nah, Rakoba wasn't playing,
on
man.
his floor till I'm talking shit.
Good times. Good times.
Fucking Neymar, huh? Jesus. Brazil has arrived, guys.
Look, did we see this goal?
The Neymar chip?
The chip, it was like off of the bounce, though.
Yeah. He did this a couple weeks ago for Barca.
That's right.
It took a little bit of a hop. It was less of a hop than this goal. But It goes up about 30
So
feet,
cheeky,
comes right
dude.
back down.
It bounced like on the line. Like
Yeah.
that's how much arc it had
Straight
on
up.
it, dude.
It was
This
completely
impossible to
is
say.
a Ballon d'Or type goal. This guy, man.
This is scary.
He's coming. He's
And
coming
now,
for you.
speaking of
Neymar,
coming,
and he's
dude,
coming for you, Messi and
Let's
CR.
spin it real quick. They're talking about him going to Chelsea. Apparently, a fee has been agreed, 156 million. What was it, euros?
Well, I'm hearing that's Fugazi because Antonio Conte apparently has rejected that bid. I don't know where these rumors are all coming from, but
Look, it could be
Well,
it could be real. It could be false. I personally think it's probably false. It's
why
really
would
random.
Antonio
Bill-
Conte reject Neymar coming to
But
Chelsea?
building
why
off of that
would-
rumor.
Why would he? Sorry, Al. Why
Sorry.
would he admit to it right now? You know what I mean? Because that would alert Man United. Oh shit, he is for sale. Let's come in at 200 mil. You know what I mean? So like, he'd never admit to it because the deal can't be closed right now.
So it could all just be bullshit.
It could be real. It could be bullshit. It could be him covering up. It could be him being like, "Yeah, you media motherfuckers causing shit." It could be anything, man. The fact that he's linked is crazy.
This is the typical international break rumors that we get going.
You know
Everyone's
what,
tired and bored, no headlines to grab. But I saw to elaborate on that rumor. Apparently, there's rumblings that Conte might be tempted to go to Inter because he's homesick. So he'll go back to Inter with an unlimited budget
I like
to
that.
try and rebuild one of Italy's great clubs from the
also
ground
denied
up
that.
and have a free
so
budget.
Badass.
It'd be
man.
badass
He
as
just
shit. So
come
so
to the
with-
Prem, win it real quick, and then skirt.
Yep.
he's
So
out.
with that temptation, Roman Abramovich is trying to keep him at Chelsea with the prospect of signing Neymar for him. But now Conte doesn't want Neymar apparently. So
did they discuss it?
it's-
That could be a key.
But I think
did
that's-
Abramovich discuss that with Conte? Because no matter who it is, Conte seems like a man of principle. Like, hey,
Yeah.
we didn't talk about this.
I
You're
honest,
just bringing
yeah.
players in my club.
Remember with
Yeah.
Costa?
Yeah.
you know,
Fucking
when Costa was
Shevchenko.
yelling at him.
Shevchenko back
Yeah,
when
exactly.
Mourinho. I don't want this guy. I want him. He's
So,
my favorite
yeah.
player.
That could
Resign
open
him.
the door to that, and then all of a sudden, before you know it, Chevy. I mean, we all love him here, but
Oh,
it was a complete failure at Chelsea.
yeah.
So no matter who it is, even if it's Neymar, once you open that door, it's
The
Pandora's
rift.
box
The
right
rift
there.
between
Yeah.
the owner and the manager. Then the manager
And
leaves.
it's always been Chelsea's difficulty. Mourinho, the first time he left, was because Abramovich was all over him. You
Yeah.
know, for signings.
But does it work? Tell me, Kroenke. Does it work when your owner does this shit?
I think
It does in the
man.
end. In the long, they won Champions Leagues, they won Europas, league titles, FA Cups.
I think it does if you have an unlimited budget. If you're running your club, like,
Yeah,
who
like a
gives
business.
shit,
Yeah.
like the Wild
Well, you need
Wild
the oil
West.
money. You need that Russian oil money.
Exactly. But like if you're, United obviously spends a boatload of money, but they just try at least to justify it with the marketing side of
Yeah.
the game. A lot of jerseys are sold, yada yada, tour fans around the world. But there are certain clubs like Man City is a club that probably won't give a shit. Will spend whatever it takes. That they're linked with Messi.
But it's a mentality too of winning first. That's the thing. It's not balance the books first. It's
Yes.
we'll take
Yeah.
the risk. We'll take the $50 million risk if it's going to pay off. Arsenal's just not a club like that.
The biggest thing that Chelsea does is that whenever they buy someone, they very rarely sell them for less. So it doesn't matter who they buy. If they buy them for 50 mil, they're probably going to sell them for 55. Doesn't matter who it is.
I'm going to have to ask you to back that statement up.
All right.
Yeah.
Sounds like
No, but-
serious bro signs right
No,
there.
but maybe just
Yeah, where's
tell
the
me
science
someone
on
that they've lost money on. I mean, they don't.
They don't. It
mean,
doesn't
They
matter
don't
for
because
them.
they'll buy them
John
young.
Obi Mikel.
They'll loan them out.
Michael Essien.
No, because they.
I
Or,
mean,
Romelu, not Lukaku.
no, because they've had the. I mean,
Romeu.
Romeu.
because, I mean, they had
Romeu.
him for many years, so it's not like they're selling him for a profit. But I'm saying is
You're thinking Fernando
was it Frank
Torres,
Lampard?
David Luiz.
Frank Lampard didn't go for that much, right? And he's a
Even
legend.
for free, I think, right?
But
bro
I mean, when they
signs.
bought,
Terry's gonna go for free.
but the majority signings they'll sell for more. Like
No,
even like
you're thinking David
so-
Luiz, Ramirez, Oscar. You're thinking of a few just because
Like
the
late-
Chinese
And they
league
bought him,
opened up,
and they
you
bought
know?
him back for more than they sold him for.
They sold
Like
David. They sold David Luiz for
they-
50
Chelsea's just
to
reckless.
PSG,
They'll spend whatever.
Yeah.
and they
Doesn't
bought him back
matter.
for like 40 or
when
something.
it comes down to Conte, he said he denied the going back to Italy. That's where it came out that
Dude,
he
again-
denied it.
Again,
But
what's he gonna say? Yes, guys, I'm going
No,
back
I
to
don't-
Italy. I'm
I
in
don't
a Premiership
in the middle
title
of the
race.
I don't think
Yes,
he's going
I'm
to leave. I think he's in such a good place right now. He loves his players. I think he does not want to leave.
But again, it comes down to the owner, man.
I
If
know,
the
but
owner is the one running the show.
If
Mourinho
you're
left.
winning him trophies and everyone's happy, then
Well,
he loves you.
Mourinho left. Mourinho won him a Champions League.
But that's
Not
because.
Champions League.
I mean, sorry, not Champions League. What's his
Premier.
name? Won him
But
a
we're
Champions
also
League.
talking about
Di
Jose.
Matteo won him a
Yeah.
Champions League.
We're also,
didn't-
Later.
we're also talking about Jose.
Okay, I'm talking about Di Matteo now. Di Matteo won him a Champions League. Still sent him on his way. Hiddink
But
held on for a bit.
Andy Villas-Boas.
Villas-Boas. Like, no, it means nothing at Chelsea. Winning means nothing.
And
it's
there's no loyalty
Abramovich's
there.
way.
If you're not
loyalty.
on the same page with Abramovich,
Yeah.
you're not
So
going
winning
to
means
with the
nothing.
Neymar thing, I mean, one of you were talking about it was saying that if Hazard goes to Real, this would be a great substitute filling him in. It's like almost like a plan B, if you want to call it that. But
Hey, we've
I
all
don't.
been through that.
But I don't think I don't think Neymar's going to Chelsea anyway, because this could just be more talks. Because when people say, "Oh, they have to offload so many players to keep Messi at Barcelona," maybe Neymar's people are sending people out like, "Hey,
Bro,
let's get people's perspective."
You
It's
should
grass
keep
always greener.
Hazard. Keep Hazard.
But-
Bring Neymar in.
But
You
those,
get rid of Pedro and Willian if you really want to balance the books. Yes,
Yeah.
I know
But this-
Willian is balling, but
with
he's
how-
only going to decline.
But
from
the
here.
big thing is how much Neymar is basically trying to recruit Coutinho to Barcelona. I do not think he wants to leave Barcelona because he's trying to bring people in. So why is he going to leave?
Well,
Through all the tax shit that Neymar's had to go through with his dad, himself.
Yeah.
Well,
So
the fact
Barcelona-
that he's an individual.
Yeah, and he's
Barcelona's
Brazilian
more
living in
uniform.
Spain, and they hate his style. They don't call it Jogo Bonito. They call it, arrogant, rude, disgraceful.
all of that
I
and
don't-
Messi
If he comes to
leaving.
the Prem,
What about
everyone
Messi?
will celebrate this man. They
Don't
will
s-
celebrate him for his
I'm pretty
for
sure they
his
celebrate
talents.
Neymar in Barcelona.
Yeah, but don't
Barcelona-
sleep on Messi also leaving. What if Messi also leaves?
Well, if Messi leaves, then it becomes Neymar's team. He becomes
Or becomes Suarez's
He
team.
becomes the ruler of Barcelona. He's the king of Barcelona. if
Or
Messi
he's like,
leaves.
I don't feel like building this shit. I'm out.
Or maybe Coutinho will be like, hey, come to Merseyside.
Ew.
But getting off the rumors, man. Paulinho in this game had a hat trick. Quietly understated. Paulinho's been on the come up for the last
Where
year.
you
or
at,
two.
Tottenham?
Where you at, Spurs?
He had a nice
Um,
little long range ping too.
Dude, two touch. One to set himself up. The other, it was just a rising shot. Beautiful strike.
It was weird. It wasn't like all the way technique with the follow through.
It was
His
like
foot just kind of
it
got
was
stuck
weird,
in,
yeah.
the dirt. But hey, man, if it goes in, it's good
Goes
technique.
in. But this Brazil team, man, like they're finally getting back to the way they were. They got rid of Dunga. I thought that was a mistake bringing him back.
It's terrible,
Um,
man. Any defensive coach doesn't belong in Brazil. If you're focused, I know Brazil got pumped by, what was it, 6? They lost
Germany?
like 7-1.
7-1, man.
Yeah, they got pumped by 6. Embarrassing game. I think that was just one of those fluke games, man, because you have Thiago Silva in that game who didn't play. You have him next to Luis. Maybe he calms everything down. Luis was the one leading from the back, and he's trying to score goals. Like, it was just a mess.
ugly.
That game was a fluke. You
They had
need
Fred
that
and Joe
attacking.
on that team.
But not even just the
Exactly.
attacking. This to the core that this Brazil team, the back line. So you got Dani Alves, or you got Marquinhos and Miranda at center back. You also have David Luiz
No.
or Thiago Silva who
No.
can fill in there too.
No, you don't have David Luiz. He's not on the team. But
Hussey,
No, he, means
didn't
in general,
play.
not
in
in
general.
this
he
game.
didn't play. But I'm
I
just
don't think
talking.
you're caught up.
Okay, enough.
Okay.
You have Marcelo at left back, and then the front three: Neymar, Firmino, Coutinho,
Bro, don't forget about
Casemiro.
about
You have- you have
Alexandro at Juventus as a left back
You have
for Marcelo.
Willian coming off the
Leto.
bench.
Gabi Jesus
Willian's
who's injured.
Surplus requirements.
Yep.
It's
You got
crazy, man.
Douglas
But this,
Costa, like it's retarded.
I'm
This
happy.
Coutinho-
Brazil's
I mean,
finally
yeah,
coming
this
back,
Coutinho.
man.
This Coutinho team.
This Brazilian team is coming back, bro. They're coming back with vengeance.
Dude, they
About time.
they are, I think, one game away from getting, I think, seven games in a row. Sorry, guys. I thought I had the stat memorized. I didn't write it down. But essentially, they are one game away from having the same winning streak as the 1970 Brazil team.
Dude, you
Really?
know who's random
Yeah.
in the
This
squad?
is the, this is
Since
the most
the
World
Copa?
Cup qualifiers. Sorry,
qualifiers,
World Cup,
yeah.
most World Cup qualifying wins in a row. Sorry, guys.
Renato Augusto. He's like a
I was
random
just
guy
gonna say.
who he brings the Jenga back in this team.
Yeah.
He's just smooth. He's one
Yeah,
of those
man.
guys who's playing in Brazil,
Joga.
who's at Bayer Leverkusen for a little bit, and he
And
just brings something magical to
The
this
cool
team.
thing about Brazil is they always have that one dude who's bringing that magic. A few years ago, I think it was in the World
Danielson
Cup,
back in the day.
way back in the day.
Danielson.
And then they had Bernardo. Bernardo was a number 10. I forget who he was playing. He was playing in 2010. Oh, no, 2014.
for Shakhtar.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think he's at Shakhtar now,
Bernard.
but before
Bernard, yeah.
he was number 10 and he was playing in Brazil, and they petitioned the coach at the time to bring him up because he was playing in Brazil. He was a local hero. You know what I mean? So like,
It's nice.
it's kind of cool when they get that flavor of local players.
Not
I'm
to mention
missing-
Douglas Costa. just wasting away.
Lucas Moura, man.
Lucas
Find a way to
Moura.
please include this kid. I know he's
We love him.
inconsistent, but I'm telling you, man, that's who I thought should have got the shout over Bernard was Lucas Moura.
He's probably third off the bench behind Willie and Costa.
You got Oscar, too. I know
think
Oscar
so,
went to
man.
fucking China, but let's not pretend like he can't ball.
I don't think they're gonna bring Oscar back though because he went to China. I don't think they're gonna invite him.
Yeah, probably not, but I mean, those are those weird things where Ronaldinho should have been called black.
Called black.
He should have been called
He's
back.
He's black, goddammit.
He should have been called back for the 2014 World Cup, like, and Kaká as well for that leadership. You know
That
what I mean?
was the worst selection. That was the worst Selisao
Yeah.
that I've really ever seen, bro. Fred and Joe.
That's
As
who
it
you
forwards.
bring. You can bring
Fred and
Ronaldinho or bring Fred and Joe.
It's crazy. And I
Disgraceful,
know
man.
Ronaldinho lost a six-pack, yada, yada, but that dude, like, you
Leader.
put him on the last
It's
10
the
minutes.
World Cup
Even
in
Kaká.
Brazil.
Thank
Even
you.
Kaká.
It's at home.
Thank you.
You kidding me? This guy's a
Bring
legend.
the heroes back.
Germany
Or
does it
whatever.
all the time. They bring closer.
Dude, they brought closer to 2014 World Cup and he retired
on, bro.
again, dude.
Come
This
on,
dude
bro.
they're like, dude, we don't have forwards. I know we got Neuer. I mean, not
Gomez.
Neuer. Gomez and what's his name? Your boy.
Sure.
Oh,
Muller.
Muller.
I know we got Muller
Yeah.
too, but honestly, like when we need that goal in the 90th,
Yeah, they're like, well, you're
we're gonna bring you
close to
on.
the all-time leading goal scorer in World Cup
Yeah,
history.
dude.
Let's bring you.
It's crazy.
yeah, man. Cavani also got a goal this game. Started the game
What a
off.
celebration.
Oh, we're gonna win. We
El
scored
Matador.
first 8 minutes, but yeah, all downhill from there. No, what's his face? Chomps Suarez. No Suarez this match either.
And I couldn't remember his name. We were talking about China players with Oscar. Alex Teixeira, that used to be with Shakhtar.
Yep.
Same thing. He went to China. I don't think he's going to get called now.
Shakhtar.
I
So
mean,
what-
when you make that financial
Look,
decision, you
You're
sacrifice
basically
a lot.
retiring
Yeah.
from international to go
Yeah.
to China.
I mean,
I'll take the 30 mil a year though.
yeah, it's
I don't
not
mind
bad,
that.
Right? It's
I got
not
a
bad.
family to feed
I
and
would try it
a
out for 1
dynasty
year.
to set up.
That's not bad. And on the other side of South America as well, Argentina 1-0 against Chile. Very important revenge game.
Oh my
here.
god, dude! Did you see?
DK,
Did you see
dude.
Alexis Sanchez's ankle? Oh my god, it looked horrible. He was limping the whole game. He was
still
hitting the
out there.
crossbar
Had a
and free kicks.
That's how much of a savage he is. He's still out there.
Savage?
Fucking banger.
Yeah, he's a savage. You have to cross the ball at the kick.
Dude, to tie it up in like the 80 something minute, free kick.
And look, for those who say Alexis is a bitch, he misbehaves at Arsenal. He's always, acting terribly towards Wenger. Did the same thing in this game.
You know what?
He rips his shirt off. He's sulking. This guy's a winner. He's just
He's a
how he is.
personal
He's a
player,
sore
yeah.
loser. When he loses or he doesn't play well, he takes it personally, man. So I think sometimes we overreact and we look at how's he treating Wenger, and we saw it. That was just a microcosm of what happens with him when he loses, man.
Well, I actually wrote that down because of the whole Arsenal thing where he flips out, and then he flipped out, and it's reported that some of the Chilean teammates are mad at him because he just walked off the field without greeting the away fans for coming and celebrating them. So, is it actually that he has a bad attitude, or maybe it's just the frustration of the entire year building up right now?
He's human. He's human. You know,
He's a sore
Man,
loser, dude.
it's becoming...
sore ass loser big time too. But he's a
what it is.
competitor. He
I don't
wants to
mind that,
win.
though.
You want guys like this in your team. Yes, you're annoyed when he does shit like this, but what are you gonna do? It's the trade off for having one of the best players on the
Look,
planet on your team.
I'm slowly starting to back away from that attitude a bit, man. Like a country like Chile needs a happy, mentally focused Sanchez to do anything. When he's ripping his shirt off, he's upsetting the locker room at Arsenal. Rumor has it he's upsetting the locker room as well. I think that's where you cross the line from being that special player to being that special player with a problem, with an asterisk next to your name.
Bit of a head case.
Bit of a head case. He doesn't want that tag on him. We love the fact that he's competitive. We love the fact that he's fiery. But once you start upsetting the locker room, once that whistle blows and your teammates are upset, that's when it becomes a problem, man. And at Arsenal, that rift that's happening at Arsenal, the struggle in form, I wish we had a behind the scenes look at it, because it's starting to me look like it's tied a lot to Sanchez. And not because he's not trying on the field, yada, yada. I think it's that off-the-field bullshit that he's up to.
Look, you need leaders, like you need a Gary Medel to speak with them and be like, look, you can't behave like this when you lose.
There's a line. Even Roy Keane was a feisty competitor, dude. He would slit your throat on the field if he could legally get away with it, if it was part of the rules. But when that whistle blows and you're in the locker room, yes, he upset people, but it was never to the detriment of the team. It was always to the betterment of the team.
Here's what we know, though, about Chile is they always play Argentina tough, bro.
They do.
With no Arturo Vidal in this game, and they were still giving Argentina the fits. So maybe if Arturo's out there, they can be buddy-buddy with the two superstars.
Yeah, he's got someone to lean on.
Exactly.
Okay.
Arturo's not in this game. I mean, Argentina, they win off a penalty
away
kick.
too. Your back's against the
Yeah,
wall.
you think
exactly.
you think Messi exercised a few demons with that penalty?
I mean,
A little
didn't the
bit.
goalie get his
I was
tips
thinking
on
of
it?
you when he took it. I was thinking of you because he gave away a few penalties too. I mean, he's missed them. He's given them away to teammates. But
It was a little
he nailed
soft.
man.
It was a little
Got it.
soft.
Oh, yeah, a little
He's getting over it a
reminder
little
of the Copa America final miss.
That's where it matters.
You know,
That's the big
same
stage. It's
team.
easier.
This is the rematch essentially,
Yeah,
but maybe a mental breakthrough for Argentina.
hopefully, man.
Yeah.
I always
Is
want to
this
see
the
a
end of
good
Chile?
Argentine side.
This is the end of Chile's dominance in South
Nah.
America.
Hey,
Are they still
Federico
sticking around?
Suarez will kill us. Dude. Jeez. What up, Fetty? I love you, bro.
Dude,
Love Chile too, man.
Di Maria is just a game changer. I don't care what team he's
Yeah.
on, whether he follows your tactics or not.
Play him.
He's going to change the game. He's
Thank
going to
you,
do
LVG.
something to change
Jesus
the game.
Christ. This guy should have been all. Hey, he wants to play goalkeeper. Sorry, De Gea. You're gonna have to take a knee today. Di Maria needs to play goalkeeper. Like this dude, like you say, man. He's just
Game changer.
offensively too. Like I don't know, man. I don't have much to say about it. It frustrates me.
Anyway, we have to remember that. I mean, it's
No,
only
we
a
don't.
1-0 game, and Chile's missing one of the best players in the world on their squad. So if he's in the game, this very well could be 1-0 Chile. So I don't think this is the end of Chile at all.
If
Good shot.
While we're doing shout-outs to fans, Jen Marcella, what's up? Stand up, Jen Marcella.
It's like 100
Take a bow.
likes.
Christ.
So
Going off. We love it. We appreciate the support. I opened up my Facebook page to 92 notifications, and she was all over
He's
it.
trying to take Luke's title, yo.
Yeah, man. Appreciate the love, Jen.
But yeah, please like our page, Jen. Jesus. Like she gives us all these likes, but hasn't liked our page yet.
I think we're stuck on 366, everybody. It'd be nice to hit 400 and higher. But I think we've been in the 300s for a long ass time.
Yeah, we've been hanging out.
well, how are we
And
going to do it?
we got some people showing us some love last couple of weeks,
Yeah.
you know, hitting that button. It's literally, guys, it's like 2 buttons
And
on your
on
phone,
iTunes,
right?
if we can get to 1,000 ratings and reviews, I mean that would greatly push us up right there.
Yeah, I
to
think we can
set my
organize-
goals high.
I think we can organize some giveaways, some kind of raffle action, some kind of, lucky winner gets something,
Yeah.
right? Let's
Well,
do
we
that.
get some T-shirts now, so it's like, hey, maybe we'll send you a
Why not?
T-shirt.
We got T-shirts, we got hats.
Hand delivered by Huss, maybe.
Hand delivered.
You got time.
But I mean, with the likes and everything, I don't know how we're gonna do it because Farid said he's not gonna get slapped on the stomach. We might have to just hold him down, just wail on him.
We have to
Alright,
attack him
Ray
and
B.
film
No, it's
him.
not.
All right,
No,
Ray
just
B,
abuse.
hold them down.
Huss has had this idea in his mind since they were like 6.
He's
He's
been
been waiting for this
He's like,
day.
I'll bring the KY,
Waiting for
guys.
this day.
I'll bring the KY.
Weirdo.
That's
Yeah,
no.
I mean, you said hold him down.
Tie
you
him
never,
up.
you never beat someone up before? No.
I mean, no, I'm not a bully.
Didn't have to hold him down to beat him up in the first place.
That's not true. He's the beat
No, I know
all
what you
the
mean.
time.
No, we'll belly slap, dude. Yeah, one of these days.
Awful
we're just gonna
waffle,
jump
salute
him.
your shorts,
We're gonna
Nickelodeon.
We're gonna Facebook Live it, and we're
Just
just
attack
gonna hijack
Yeah.
him.
No
Straight
choice.
up. Put that sack over his over his face.
Oh, I thought you meant on top of his chin.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Talk about sex.
Okay.
Talk about sex here.
Wait.
You know what I was thinking? I was thinking of like making an ISIS video with Farid in there. You know what I mean?
Jesus.
Just put a black mask over his head.
All right.
Is that because
Pretty
he's
sure
mad at
Huss
his
said
belly?
he was going to
That's-
teabag him at
that's-
some point. but-
No.
Yeah, I heard T-Bag.
Whoa. Buddies.
Whoa.
I'm a cold brew type.
Let's head over to Europe. Wrap it up with Europe. A bunch of UEFA World Cup qualifying games going on.
England, the 3 Lions. Dude, Gareth Southgate is the fucking man.
He is the man.
He's
dude.
the fucking man. I'm glad they brought him back in. He knows the team. He was a former player, played almost 50 games for the country.
And he played enough to the point where he was around the setup, but he didn't have to worry about the pressures.
Yeah, he was never
of
that
the
guy.
national team. So he could
Never
sit
that
back
guy.
and kind of watch. Okay, the coach said this to Gerrard. This is how he reacted.
He's just
Okay, if
in
I was
the
in that
back
position,
thinking,
maybe
taking
I would
mental
have taken
notes.
it this way.
Yeah.
Exactly, dude. He brings back fucking Jermaine Defoe. The whole country was going crazy in a positive way. And what happens?
It's great.
Dude
Love
gets
to
a
see
goal.
my boy JD score, man.
And you see the reaction. His first goal in 4 years. The first time he's
Brilliant,
played
man.
for his country in 4
Dude
years.
came to MLS. He
What
was
did I tell
almost-
you guys?
He was almost
he
retired.
came to MLS to make the 2012 Euros. Didn't make the team still. Fuck it. I'll go back to England now because I didn't make it.
And he still got
Sunderland,
it.
hanging out, relegation teams.
He's saving him, dude. He's got, what, 15 goals this year? 14?
14 goals in the league.
What did I tell you guys? I said just put Jermaine in. Last podcast, I was like, look, this guy needs to get on the field.
I
Get on the field,
honestly,
get
I was right there
did
with
not-
you, man.
I did not think he was going to start this game.
I didn't either.
If you want to win,
a bit of a
if you want to win,
qualifier.
then just put him on the field.
World Cup. I thought he would play in the friendly.
Yeah.
But
I thought Jamie Vardy was going to play to the 60th minute, then Defoe comes
Yeah.
on, but it was
Exactly.
the other way.
I'm glad that was the other way.
He
Because
made
you
him
know what?
hungry.
But the goal
Dead, man.
he got shows his great positioning in the box. He knew where to be. Raheem Sterling having the season of his life right now for
He is.
Man,
He's popping
Man
right
City
now.
and
He's
his
popcorning
country.
right now.
Shout out
Um,
to Pep, instilling that extra confidence in him.
I'll give Pep some credit on that for the youngster. But on the left side, comes around on the left wing, plays the ball across the box. What he's known for, what he does the best, not scoring goals, setting up goals. Hussey.
Cutting in, dude.
Yeah.
That's his
But
ability.
to be
Cutting
considered top 10 in the world, he needs to start scoring goals.
Top 10 is an
That's
elite
Yeah,
comp.
I know, but I'm saying
I think
top 20,
I think he's
maybe
fi- I
top
think he's
30.
finding
What
in
I'm
top 20 or
saying
top
is,
15,
in
top
the
30.
what
Yeah.
I've
That's all
always
I
said
need.
is that in the future, that I think he could possibly get there. That's how good he can be.
I don't think he can get
If
top
he
10.
if
I
he
don't
gets
remember you
if he
ever
gets
saying that.
I don't
if he
remember
gets his
saying-
shots down,
I remember
I don't
hearing
if
that.
he starts shooting outside 12 yards and gets him on target, which he had some bad shots today. His passing was great, but if he had some, thank you. But if he had,
that was cute. That was a Hallmark moment,
he gets some,
Just trying to slow him down.
clean the lids off it. Thanks. But if Raheem Sterling gets his shot down pat and can actually shoot from 20 yards out on net consistently, he has a chance at top 10
It's
in the
not
world.
going to happen.
Not
It's
touching
gonna
that.
happen.
I believe so. That's
That's
how
fine,
much talent
but
he has.
who
Who
cares?
necessary.
Cool.
Who cares?
Just keep getting
Yeah.
goals and assists, mate. Whether it's from 20, 30 yards out,
Don't matter.
whether it's from 8 yards out, keep getting
Just
goals and
finish
assists.
every season with 30 points.
Yeah, keep
That's it.
earning
Whether
penalty
it's
kicks.
more goals, more assists, just finish with 30 points.
My main
every
thing for
season.
him is get better with the left foot because Pep is
Yeah.
playing him on the right wing. If everyone knows you're gonna try cut inside if you're on the left wing, get better with the left foot. You can cut in on the right side with the left foot. You'll be fine if you're both footed.
And he's shown some promise with his left foot for Man City. I think the goal that Sane scored was
Yep.
off his left foot.
And he has
was
some
Sterling.
power with it.
Exactly. And some control. Like it looked uncomfortable as fuck.
Oh yeah, but it got
But
there.
he's working on it.
It got
so-
there, and
what
that's
a-
that De Bruyne rub off right there.
What a great formation, though, by Gareth Southgate. Keeps Michael Keane in the middle with John Stones. Young
Dude,
guns.
Let me
Young
real
guns.
quick
Coxlade?
touch
But
on,
also the Oxlade Chamberlain
Oxlade,
playing the holding midfield with Eric Dyer. And then the three across the middle, Sterling, Dele Alli, Adam Lallana. Man, the youth in
it's-
this setup.
Thank you, man. It's energy. It's youth. It's guys who are hungry. Who
Exuberance.
thought Oxlade would have come back in, man? You thought maybe, what's his name? Your boy at West Ham. Nolan. No, Nolan. You know,
Noble.
like a
Noble.
Noble.
Kevin
Nolan
Nolan.
Ryan?
What?
No,
Kevin Nolan.
Kevin Nolan, bring him back. No, but you always think when a new English manager comes in, historically, what they do, they go to the older guys and they try to stabilize the team, slow things down.
No Wayne Rooney.
Exactly. No Wayne Rooney. No, dude, Gareth Southgate is in there. Two guns blazing. Youngsters, you got Dele Alli trying to pull strings in there.
Tired of going off reputations, bro.
Exactly.
Tired of people
Play the
going
hot
off
hand.
reputations.
Gotta
You
play
see
like-
Rashford
like
come
Germany.
off the bench. This
popping.
dude is.
But
this dude is
but
scary.
that's one of the big reasons why I wanted Defoe to start, because even though we say, I mean, that was a great play by Raheem. He uses speed well. He used his body, cut off the defender after he got by him. That's great. But we give credit to Costa on Chelsea a few times because the way he just fits into gaps, he's always right there in the passing lane. That's what Defoe did.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's a pro call.
Ali was right behind him as well, but Defoe saw that too.
Great call.
But
But
then there's
Ali
a couple
could have
times.
tried to jump in front of him.
Yeah,
Ali did
but,
the right thing.
But Ali did a great thing.
Yeah.
But there's a couple
Teammates.
times that Defoe had the ball. There's a few times top of the box, made the right pass, and there was one. He had a great shot at one point.
You know,
It's just he brings
His
something.
movement, he's just a finisher, bro. Left
that's
foot,
what I'm
right
saying.
foot.
That's
He's a
what
you
finisher.
know what else?
That he and well, there's like stories about how when Harry Kane was like 11, Defoe would stop and play with him and his friends, and then when Defoe left Tottenham, he talked to the kit manager, I think it was the kit manager, and talked to Harry Kane like, take my number, and there was also Klinsmann number, but it was like they have a relationship, but you can almost see kind of like the same type of game between them where they're not afraid to turn from 20, 25 yards out and just let it go.
Dude,
And that's what I love about Defoe.
Jermaine Defoe has got such an ego on himself, not in a bad way, but it's just I can do whatever I want. Chest
You need
out,
it.
chest always
You
puffed
need
out.
that.
He's 5'7", man. He's got to have that. He's a little man playing in the big world.
If he doesn't have that, he's not playing in England right now.
No,
Dude, the
but-
thing that he's most advantageous is that he doesn't give a shit. Not in a bad way.
Positive way.
He's been in the setup before. He thought he was done with it. 4 years go by. Tournaments go by. He's never linked, with the
But
national
stayed in
team.
shape, though.
Stayed in shape. Kept
hell,
doing what he was
banging
doing.
in goals.
Instead of being like, all right, this is the twilight of my career. I'm going to stop partying. I'm going to slow things down, get fat. He's like, nope, going to
Still
do the
want it.
same thing I was doing before. And he gets called up, man. It's so much less pressure
And
now.
he has
You
that,
saw him.
Go ahead.
You saw him even playing, man. He was trying to shoot from all kinds of distances every time he turned, which was always my frustration with him because I've played with players like that, like forwards like that who, like, you're wide open. They're like, nope, I got half an inch
shooting.
to shoot. I'm shooting.
They just can't
Fuck
shoot
him.
like
Just
Jermaine, man.
frustrated.
They can't shoot like
Yeah.
Jermaine.
But that's
And what I
true.
like about him is he has that, like, quarterback memory loss where, like, if
Yeah.
he takes a
Amnesia.
bad shot or, like,
Amnesia,
he has
yes.
a bad
Yes.
game, he'll bounce back. It's
Yeah.
it's swipe. That's the part of being a veteran and having experience and having that ego that you say, Al. It's enough confidence in yourself to know, okay, that was just a bad game. Okay, that was just a bad shot. Now what am I going to do next?
Well, one of the best things about it, I'm not saying he's like Cristiano or Messi, but I've seen him dribble around people for a shot. I've seen him turn bigger defenders and shoot. I've seen him shoot
Yeah.
from distance. I've seen him just
You've seen
shoot
him
with
beat people
volleys.
with speed.
I've seen him
He's complete, man.
basically get a goal every which way, pretty much.
Headers.
And that's why I said if he was on a different team other than Sunderland, he would have more goals. I know I always link people to West Brom because they're so close. They're on the brink to breaking into that top six. Even like Southampton before they got Gabby. That'd be a great team if they like splash
Yeah,
a
that's
little
not
bit of cash.
bad,
not
right?
not even
That's
much
not-
cash.
that's
Just
not bad, dude.
even if Southampton wants to get rid, not so much get rid of Long, he can maybe even play like a winger if they want to switch up the formation. But if Gabby gets hurt, you bring in Defoe, or you can play 4-4-2 or something. Or they can play two at the
Like
front.
that. Southampton just strikes me as the team that's always looking for the next best guy.
Yeah.
the,
Yeah,
the
well,
young
they
guy.
could get, but they
Yeah.
could also get Defoe really inexpensive, probably less
Maybe.
than 10.
I think we're focusing a lot on attack in this game, which is good because England did get the win. But John Stones, son, take
Thank
a bow.
you. I was gonna bring him up, man.
Take
I
a bow, son.
posted a video of Pep Guardiola. Actually, I don't know if I posted it. Definitely sent it to the group. Maybe I'll throw it up for you guys to see. But I said a couple episodes ago that I think Pep has some kind of love affair with Johnny Stones. He never criticizes him, never calls him out, always plays him.
yeah.
Dude makes a mistake. Who cares? Plays him. And he comes out in a media conference and he basically tells all the reporters, literally, like, hey, John Stones has bigger balls than anyone in this room. He admits that to play center back for my team is very difficult. And he says John Stones, with his attitude, is the guy for his center back. So it sounds like he's gonna make John Stones Gerard Pick
Well,
kind of level.
first it's PK.
I
And
was-
secondly,
I'll call him Pick.
I thought you were
Wherever.
you
I was
like,
Dude,
a
you
Gerard
guys know, dude.
apostrophe
That was all
S.
good up
Yeah.
until
Gerard's
the end.
pick, like Gerard, Steven Gerrard's pick.
what are you talking about?
No.
And secondly, dude, Aymeric Laporte from Athletic Bilbao
Beast.
just might be, if he gets John
scary.
Stones and that guy,
He's
that
scary.
could be a partnership for the next 7 to 10 years.
And they both can play.
Yeah.
So they can both play with the ball at their feet, and that's what Pep cares about. Obviously, Stones takes risks. I think just
And I guess it
growing
does
up
take
in-
balls to be that age and try play out and actually follow the system.
and that's
trust
what he
the
said. He
system.
said other managers, their center backs, they give them instructions. Hey, you try to play a little bit, but when you're in trouble, boom, kick the ball. Boom, kick the ball. He's like, mine, no. When we're on attack, I want you 40 yards from the forwards. When we're on defense, you got to drop, but you got to cover. So he's like, he understands, man, that it's a difficult position.
That's the thing that I do really like about Pep Guardiola. When
Play
he believes in a
brave.
young player, he'll play him. Doesn't matter. Kimmich, all of a sudden now he's in the German national setup. He played him at 19 years old. Trusted him.
That's that shit where, like, when you guys say Pep only does it with the best clubs, I'm like, yes, it's true, but this guy has pieces. Can he do it with a small club and win like Mourinho? I don't think so. I don't think that's in his skill set. But can Can a guy like Ancelotti pick up a Sunderland and make him do something? Probably not, but we still recognize Ancelotti as a fucking legend. So I think that's where Pep falls in. So it'll always be a critique. He's never done it with a small team like Mourinho.
But
the fact that his young, everywhere he goes, man, the team never takes a step back. They get better. Even you look at Barcelona. Barcelona historically was the world's best. Under him, they became something special.
Became aliens.
Granted, he had a special golden era kind of class.
But he got rid of Ronaldinho. That took nuts to say, all right, Dino, you're done.
Messi,
We're
at
going
what,
with
17,
Messi.
18, he knew right away. He was like, this is that dude.
Yeah.
And, Messi will always hold him in a special place.
That's the thing with, sorry to bring it back to Arsenal with Wenger, is how many young players have really excelled under him. We look at Theo Walcott, broken the scene at 16 years old. He's gotten over 100 goals for Arsenal, but did he really reach his potential?
He didn't pop.
No.
He never
Alex
popped.
Oxlade-Chamberlain looked special when he came out, was special. Has he reached his potential? Kind of declined. Now he's picking it back up. Jack Wilshere, all right, injuries. Aaron Ramsey, he's kind of declining this year. All these players, so under Pep, they get better. Leroy Sané, Raheem, all these young players, Thiago Alcantara, they all get better. But shout out to Lithuania. I guess you're really not known for much, but I want to shout out the strong man for Lithuania, Zydrunas Savikas. All the Lithuanians out there, they're really known for their strong man. They got some strong-ass people.
Well, this very well could have been a 1-1 game. I mean, we talked about Stones. He cleared the ball off the line. And as much as we talk about England, this was a little lackluster. I mean, this wasn't that great of a game for England. I expected better. I mean, we just talked about how many English starting 11 could actually take the place of a German starting 11. They're playing Lithuania. It was 1-0 for a while because of a decent goal. And then the two. I mean, that was a great flick by Lallana that gave it to Vardy. But if this is a bigger team, England, I mean, the way they played, I think they lose if they play a top team. Again, it's just England.
We saw it against Germany.
I don't know what it is.
Man. They have to finish their chances is what I think it is.
So,
more clinical,
I don't know if it's
more
a bad
ruthless.
I don't know. I'm not sure exactly what. Maybe. I don't know. I watched them. And I just I don't see like what we see in Brazil right now. I don't see the love of the game. I don't see the desire of playing. I see people just going out there and doing the job.
I don't think so, man. I disagree.
Not for Defoe and a few guys, but I mean some of them are just
even Ali Walker was out there
Walker,
working.
Walker would do well.
Let's get Bertrand, man. Ryan Bertrand. He's a top 3 left back.
I don't understand why Liverpool hasn't bought this guy. You've bought plenty of Southampton players. You're getting linked with James Rodriguez. What the fuck are we talking about, dude? Bertrand is the perfect cover for that position. He's got wind
you got
in his
Klein
lungs.
and Bertrand, two Englishmen.
My thing is,
it's a Rose and Walker combination. Maybe a poor man's Rose and Walker.
Still,
I don't think that they're going to go for Bertrand. I think they're going to keep Milner next year and bring in Ryan Sessegnon from the 16-year-old.
Just because you say that quickly doesn't mean you say it right.
Sessegnon.
If you keep it
close,
I believe what I'm going to finish saying is I believe they're going to bring the 16-year-old in from Fulham. So in two years, I think that Milner will be out, and I believe he's going to be in because Milner did play left back for City when they won.
You're hoping that the 16-year-old in 2 years is going to be ready to replace Milner. Why not get Bertrand and get the 16-year-old and have the 16-year-old be an understudy?
Maybe it'll be 3 years. I don't know, but
whatever. 3 years.
I would prefer left back, but
that's foolish. You need to get rid of Milner next year. Not get rid of him, but get him out of left back position every game. He can't be starting.
Put him in the Henderson position, man.
He's
Let him play the Hendo. Let him come in off the bench and play left back. But if you guys make Europa League or God heaven forbid, Champions League. You're gonna have Milner playing all these games. He's already toast up to this season. It's not even over yet. If you keep playing him left back next year, you're fucked.
This is like Morgan and Huth. Yeah, they're just burnt out, man. They played every game. Terry, they played every game last season.
And who's the backup? Vasilevsky.
There's a couple of left backs out there that are out of contract in the summer. Are going to have 1 year left.
Bertrand,
I don't think they're going to go for Bertrand.
Is a national team player. The only reason he doesn't play every game is because Danny Rose happens.
Trust me, I would like it to see him on the team, but it's I'm just having hope that
prioritize it, mate.
It's almost like Klopp's trying to bring in a bunch of German type of players where he's looking at that route.
This guy has the lungs, man. He plays just like Klein. Maybe Klein's better, but
he's so much more athletic, and he can defend.
And he played at Chelsea, so he has pedigree.
He's become way more mature.
I told you how much I like this dude. Heck, he's the English Dani Alves. I told you that. I think he has that fight in his eyes. The guy that, you know what? He will get back every single time.
You're just saying that because their eyes look similar.
No, I'm not even saying
Because I have
that.
some of the tattoos.
Yeah. Bulgaria, Netherlands. Oh,
jeez.
What is happening?
Why?
Daly
How?
and Danny Blind.
Don't want to talk about it.
Oh, this
Do
is
not
bad.
want to talk
No
about it.
Virgil
man.
van Dijk.
This is bad. I don't even blame it on that.
You know I'm
No,
going to.
they had this guy DeLitt who played center back, 17 years old.
Man United.
Man United?
I think he's ex-Man United.
Ex-Man United.
Oh, you about to go in on him, or you gonna go a little softball now?
No, I'm not going to. No, it's just.
Oh yeah. Oh, you know me.
He's about to light him up.
Well, if you let me finish.
He has a lot of.
If you let me finish.
He has a lot of upside.
If you let me finish. 17 years old, bro. This guy's just too young. He's too raw for this game. It's unfortunate. I mean,
Bro.
he had a clearance that turned into a goal, a turnover. He's just too young, man. Too young to play center back. To be a teenager playing center back, you have to be Franz Beckenbauer.
Yeah.
You need to be an exceptional player to play this
And
at international.
leader.
I don't care.
You're supposed to be a leader from early, because that is a leadership position. Center back is a leadership position. Like defensive midfielder, like goalkeeper is a leadership position, man.
I don't.
Go ahead.
No, keep going. I forgot what I was gonna say.
They conceded early. These goals were conceded in the first 5 minutes. The next goal conceded in the 20th minute. So it was a shit start by the Dutch. I just don't understand what's happening to Dutch football, man. Like, how do you go from being such a powerhouse to all of a
Going
sudden
to World Cup finals.
to all of a sudden just completely potentially missing World Cup qualification? They missed Euros.
Successive tournaments, man. Like they missed the 02 World Cup, but to miss back-to-back tournaments, man, that's just embarrassing.
They need more young players, man. They're still bringing around the Wesley Snyders, who, they are leaders. They are, players who with vast experience. But is this a team like England that maybe you need to bring in some more young players?
Danny Blind accepted total blame for this defeat. Danny Blind, Daley Blind's father, coach of the national team, he took it upon himself for the blame for the whole match. Didn't blame the players, which is what he should have done. But yeah, dude, this team, it needs a revamp. I thought they were on the way back since the last Euro failure, but I think it's even worse than it appeared.
I think they just don't have a leader yet, man.
You need Gigi in there. You need Van Dijk in there.
Yeah, but even then, like when you're down 1-0 in the first 5 minutes, who do you turn to? Robin? I mean, sure, he's a legend, but like he's tired too, man. He's been doing it for so long. You need someone in that midfield, like a Schneider. They used to have someone to turn to.
Schneider came on.
Yeah, but Strootman is like
Strootman sucks,
like,
dude.
He's not
don't
that
say
attacking guy.
He just had his chance.
his knee injuries fucked him up, man. He was like 2 minutes away from going to Man United, and just his knees have always been a problem. So
I look at this starting lineup for Netherlands and for Holland. All I see in terms of like world class is Robin. That's it. Now there's potential in Wijnaldum. There's potential in Quincy Promise. Bruno Martins Indies.
No. You can't do it
not
in
even
the
like
EPL.
potential to be world class, but he's So
He's a
everyone
plug.
else, two players I named. Daley Blind, I think is overrated. Honestly,
I think he's overrated.
He's
I
a
think
utility guy, but I think he's overrated.
I think there's tons of talent enough to beat Bulgaria.
No.
I think there's enough.
Bulgaria
but-
away, mind you.
But also,
Bulgaria away.
I mean, they didn't even have what's it? I can't say his last name.
Berbatov?
Jasper. He's Barcelona goalie. I thought he was normally the main goalie for Netherlands. So when you saw certain
Sillison?
yeah, Sillison.
Well, it's between him and
Zoet.
yeah.
Yeah, but I feel that I don't think Depay
He was on the bench.
Memphis didn't even get in the game.
And he's been on fire. So that could
So
have been
I was just like,
another
why
thing.
is this guy not playing right now? Keep going with that flow. He finally scored some goals for club. Let him on the field.
I think the difficulty as well is that I think the Netherlands needs a more reputable manager. After LVG, it took a step down with Danny Blind, which is cool, whatever. But, like, does he have that charisma to sort of inspire these young players? Does Memphis show up to training camp ready to impress Danny Blind? Probably
it's just
not.
not the same talent, bro. Remember Van Persie, Vanessa Roy.
Like,
No,
all,
but-
like,
but
legends, Dutch,
But even
David
still,
Seedorf,
their
Well, Wesley Sneijder when
system
he was
used
in
to
prime.
churn them out. You know what I mean?
know.
The Dutch system used to churn them out.
something has went wrong because we look at France and they don't compare to the Desailly and Zidane team, but still,
Yeah,
You got
Griezmann.
Pogba,
you have
the
a
most
Kante
expensive,
who's the best in his position. You have a Pogba, you have a Griezmann,
yeah.
a Benzema. You can point
Coleman,
to dudes.
yeah.
Look at Germany too. You can point to dudes. Even look at Italy. You know, Belotti. You
Spain,
can point to young
Morata,
guys. Yeah. All these guys. Isco coming by for
Yeah.
Spain. Look at Netherlands. There's no one young who has that potential to be that Ballon d'Or guy or even top 10 guy. And
Something happened to Dutch football, man.
the last-
Maybe we do a special.
The last failure to qualify, Daniel Blind came in like after half the qualifying was done. So I was like, all right, damage control slipped up in the end. But now I think he's proven that he's not the man for the job. And I think that he's going to get sacked. Because he took the blame after this.
I see it coming.
And I think you lose 2-0 to Bulgaria. No, you're toast, man.
That's a good call out.
You're
I see it
toast.
coming. And they didn't even have Dimitar Berbatov. Come on, bro.
Dimitar Berbatov.
Old school, man. I love that guy. Right now, as it sits in the table for Group A, France on top with 13, Sweden with 10, Bulgaria with 9 after that victory, and Netherlands with 7. So they're still in the shout for that second place
You got to turn
playoff
it
spot.
around, though.
But, the Henry handball spot. But,
Yeah, France is cruising, man. Sweden, huge result.
yeah, what
just
France
qualifies.
France beat up on poor Luxembourg.
TCB, Griezmann also
Greasy.
paying the piper for those PK demons. Goalie got his fingertips on
Paying
it,
the
but-
piper?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Is that an expression?
Saying.
Pay the piper?
I didn't just make that up.
Yeah, it's time
I've
to
never
pay the
heard it.
piper.
Okay, cool.
Pay the
I
piper.
I've never heard
I'm
it.
just saying, man. He came back.
Pay
to
the boat.
Halton.
You pay the boatman. I know that. I didn't know you paid the piper.
Whoa,
No,
never
I'll
heard
swim.
paying the boatman.
Yeah, take you across the river Styx.
Yeah, but
That's why I put
The coins,
the
on,
coins
the
on
ice.
the eyes.
Oh yeah, that river. I wouldn't swim across that one.
Yeah.
You wouldn't swim
Nah.
like
Well, you'd
it
be
was a
dead.
real
Dead
place
souls
or
everywhere.
something. But yes, Tom, you were saying France, Luxembourg, 3-1,
I don't know
smash
what I'm saying,
down.
man. It was that took a quick left. Yeah, man, this was just a TCB, man. France, Olivier. Shout out to Giroud getting man of the match for this one.
Fuck
Stop
him.
shouting him out like you like him.
What do you mean, bro? When he
Stop
scores, I
shouting
like him.
Thank you. That's
So
it.
fickle,
my
bro.
God.
So
When he scores, I
fickle.
like him, bro.
Oh, you're like a
Get
girlfriend
outta
that
here.
loves the boyfriend when they buy him a purse. Oh my God, Olivier, you scored.
How many purses you buy?
I bought my girlfriend some purses.
For himself or for,
All right,
for
well,
his
that's when
girlfriend?
she likes you.
How the
Otherwise,
fuck are we on
Yeah,
first?
that's how I keep her around. I'm not an idiot.
I don't know. I beg to differ.
Hey.
Well, that's obviously why I have to buy purses to keep her around.
It looks like France is gonna run away with Group A. They're looking very comfy.
This is like 06 was a bunch of old fossils when they reached the World Cup final, but now they have a new generation entirely that means business. They're not holding on to the past whatsoever. This is all new crop of players. I mean, they could build a dynasty here for the next couple of years. If they won that Euro, man, Griezmann could have won the Ballon d'Or. Could be a whole different story.
Payet still involved with the national team. I love the Ousmane Dembele start in this game. And the Sidibe start, man. Right back of Monaco. Guys been balling. Benjamin Mendy. You want to talk about Kyle Walker and Danny Rose? Benjamin Mendy, Jabril Sidibe. On that Monaco, those fullbacks getting up and down.
Love that first name, man. Dribble.
What about your boy
Such
there
a
from
crazy
Monaco?
Cisse, man. That's all I think of.
Mbappe.
It's a great name.
Getting
Mbappe.
He's getting in there. I mean,
Love that guy. They got Bakayoko on there, man. It's basically they have the whole Monaco
They
team
do, man.
now, and
Firing.
it's amazing, bro. It's amazing. Keep an eye out for Corentin Tolisso. Didn't really get time in this game, but it's another guy who's been linked with a host of clubs across Europe.
so who's looking like the few of the top international teams in the future? We're looking at Germany because they're so consistent. France looks like they have the talent to move on. I would say maybe even Italy because they have a lot of.
Yeah, they're always around.
So I'd say those three are probably the best suited for like in the next 5-10 years, like multiple World Cups coming in.
I
Right now.
think Brazil.
Oh, Brazil too.
Nah,
Yeah,
I
my
think
fault.
Brazil.
I forgot
Don't forget about South America, bro.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And
man.
USA. Come on.
about
Making noise.
Pulisic, one-man team. Oh, sorry, two-man because Dempsey. He's gonna play to like 45.
And let's quick touch on Portugal, Hungary, real quick. Group B, Ronaldo doing his thing.
What an
Cristiano.
assist, though, man, by Silva.
Yeah.
He just lays that nice little flick back. This guy came out of nowhere. I mean, I'm sure some of you guys knew him out there, but
Ronaldo?
for me,
from
Andre.
France.
Andre
Andre
Silva
Silva
from Portugal?
No. What's it? Monaco, right?
I believe so.
I could be wrong, but I think he's another Monaco product. My bad, man. I'll look it up. You
I
go ahead.
remember him being
You go ahead
Porto.
on your point.
But yeah, what a beautiful back heel, and of course CR7. You're just inviting CR7 to take a shot like that. I mean, he's not gonna miss that left or right.
That was a ping, though.
It's Porto. You're right, Tom.
Yeah.
My fault.
Grass cutout, left foot, near post. Sorry about that. But the big story from this game, Cristiano Ronaldo scores his 70th goal for Portugal. He joins a select group of Europeans to score 70 goals or more for their country. By the way, Messi only has 58. Pussy. He's only behind Sandor Kosic from Hungary, who's part of Hungary's golden generation back in the 50s and 60s. 75 goals and 68 appearances for this guy. That's a record.
This guy who's
That's
even
crazy.
more impressive than that.
My bad, man.
But then you got Miroslav Klose also 71 goals, and then Frank Puskás 84 goals and 89 appearances. Yeah, he's the most for European goal scorers. Cristiano's got 70, 14 more goals,
in
15 more goals.
137 appearances. So I mean, minus close. I mean, when you look at some of these guys at the top, they played less than 70 matches, and they're right with him. That's crazy.
But it's not crazy because look at when they played and where they played.
And look at the ability of
There were
the players.
9-1
There are guys
games,
part-time.
8-4
I understand that.
games.
Look at the
Well, hey,
positions.
but
Yeah.
remember that Cristiano has played in those games where he's got 6 goals playing or 4 goals playing against like San Marino, whatever. So I mean,
San
he's had those games too. So
Dude,
But
Hussey,
not at the
you
level.
can't-
So
it's
San
different.
Marino is probably your only weak team. Even if we play Lithuania, it's not as weak as it was back in the 60s. You know what I mean? So like,
You got
Think about the
carpenters and
training.
steel mill guys coming into
Yeah.
play in the international games
it's
back then.
way harder to be good today than it was.
well, I mean, David
yes,
Villa,
that's
59
true.
and 97. I mean,
But 70.
I wish I thought about this earlier. I would have had the goals per game for all these guys.
Maybe next time. Cristiano
Dang.
Ronaldo, a beast.
How about
Tom,
that free
Bernardo
kick?
Silva came on for Andre Silva actually.
that was a
the
confusion.
Monaco, and that's why I was like Monaco. I thought they both have the same last
Bernardo,
name.
man,
I
that's
would-
another young special
Monaco,
dude coming
dude.
up.
He's
Portugal
killing it.
churning. Portugal, don't sleep on Portugal churning out. Portugal churns out
They haven't
a
been a
Renato
golden
Sanchez.
every decade.
Every-
Portugal turns out
every
a
generation.
superstar.
Yep.
A guy
Figo,
who's like
Deku.
top 3 in the world.
Deco, Fico,
Eusebio. Eusebio.
Yep.
They churn him out,
You got
man.
Ronaldo. You got
Pepe.
Renato
Batista.
Sanchez, maybe.
Pepe.
Now he's
Nuno
that-
Gomes.
supposed to be that
Maybe
new
the
guy.
best defender in the world.
Rui
right?
Costa.
Chill with
Yeah.
that Nuno Gomes.
You know Nuno Gomes?
I know him, but chill.
What do you mean chill?
He wasn't in there. We can't say Eusebio, CR7,
I'm not-
Figo, and they're like, Nuno Gomes.
Who we're talking? Okay,
We're
No,
talking
you
about
can't.
world, like
I'm just
that
talking about like
golden guy.
top 3 in
Yeah,
the
the
world.
golden guy.
Okay, relax. I'll take it back.
You know, I'd rather bring in Pauletta. Now that was
No,
man with
Pauletta.
class. That was
I
man
dig
with class
Pauletta.
right there.
What about
Carvalho. I can't say
Cavallo.
that.
Manish.
I don't know. I don't know.
You
who
got
that is.
Manish?
Never mind. Reverse.
Hussey, how about that free kick from Cristiano? A good free kick, huh? Free kick from the sideline
he
there.
does it like once a year.
Put it bottom right. Huh? Put a free kick.
Look at
Bottom
Smirk on his
right.
face. It's like when Raheem Sterling scores a goal.
This is basically
Yeah.
a friendly.
No,
What?
it wasn't.
This
It
is
wasn't.
a World Cup
so
game, bro.
You're wrong.
Then Group C real quick. Germany kind of running away with this. 15 points. 7 points clear. Czech Republic.
Germany just doesn't even
No contest.
celebrate when they score now. It's like, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's like save it for the World Cup. Don't worry, we're going to put 7 past Brazil again.
That's why with this expanded World Cup format that they're planning, it hurts teams like Germany.
good. It's
Good?
fucking even yeah, dude. How
Even the
how
playing
does Germany
field?
how does Germany winning
Tiki,
help us at all?
This would never happen, but imagine you're German, okay? you're in the World
don't
Cup
think-
finals.
Imagine a German.
I don't think I'm allowed to be German.
I'm just saying. Imagine you got to play 4 extra games before you
Oh,
get
it's
to the
not
quarterfinals.
Good.
But
Look,
why?
it sucks.
But what's
it
the
sucks.
point?
The point is
Because
for
your caliber's up
competition.
here. If you're not good enough to make the World Cup, hey, you stay at
Hey,
home.
if you're not good enough for an extra 4 games, that's the argument they give to the top 4
What if you
teams
get?
in
What
the
if?
leagues,
No,
right?
I'm not saying you're good enough, but what if you get 2 injuries in those games?
That's the argument for the top 4 teams in the league. You play Europe, you play EFL Cup, you play FA Cup, and what does England say? Hey, you're not getting a winter break. Hey, you're not getting games on Tuesdays because you played on Thursday. In
fact, we're gonna double up in January.
We're gonna fucking stack them up. You want to get playing the best competition in the world? So what, Germany? You have enough talent. Let's not pretend like Germany couldn't put 2 starting 11s in every World Cup. They could. All it means is like Yeah, sure, you don't have fucking Mula for that extra
But
game.
it's
He has to sit.
it's to show
And
who's the
Mullah's
best.
come out shitting playing against teams like San Marino.
But it's
Like,
to
he
show
hates it.
who's got the best team on the continent, not who's the best over.
Are you saying to qualify for the World Cup?
No,
or
I'm saying the
No,
World
no,
Cup
in the World
format.
Cup.
They're expanding the format.
But all of them,
48
but
teams.
it is still who's got the best because all teams have to play those extra games if you go further. So you're better. Think about when the World Cup first started. I think it was like 8 teams because that's all they could
Or was
put
it, yeah,
together.
like 16 or
So let's
something.
keep it traditional. Let's keep it at 8. But as the population gets bigger, as the sport of football develops, a team like Peru can make some noise in a World Cup.
gotta
In
make
the
it fair,
60s, could they have? Probably not, but you got to expand it because the population and the level of football is rising, man.
I think-
Chile
And it's
didn't
gonna
do
hurt.
shit
It's gonna
until
hurt the
2
teams
years
that
ago.
don't. It's gonna hurt teams like Chile who don't have like all the depth. Like you may have 2, 3
It's gonna
superstars,
balance out, yeah.
but you
all
don't
of a
have
sudden,
depth.
Alexis Sanchez has to play an extra 3
Yeah,
games.
the
You think
teams
he's
with
gonna
that
be better?
team like France, bro. Like
They'll be
I
fine.
think
Germany will be
32
protected.
teams is fine. It's perfect.
Bro,
They,
I don't
they,
think-
they expand the Euros. The World Cups are in the winter
And
now.
what happened
What's
to the
point?
Euros? Portugal won because they expanded. We finally had a different reigning champion.
Portugal would've been
rather
in-
than
they would've been
Spain.
in there, though.
No, they
But how
wouldn't
many-
have.
how many-
Because mathematically, they finished third. They would have been knocked out.
Oh yeah, they went to the other group.
Yeah,
Dude,
dude.
how
How
many-
sick was that run? You
Yeah,
finished
that was the
third.
first time
Everyone's
that
like,
happened.
"Oh, you guys squeaked in
So
there."
you weren't good
Fucking
enough to
win it.
finish second. So you're
But
out,
they were good enough to
motherfucker.
win the Euros. That's the point. A third place team fucked all those 1 and 2 teams up, which means the system is broken. Because if a third place team
Can
can
win.
fucking
But that can
win,
happen. But that can happen anywhere.
No, it can't happen because there's only
group
2
stage.
teams
Let's go
that
back
go
to
through.
2004.
Ooh.
All right, go back to 2004.
Yep.
We'll say I'm trying to remember the tournament. Hypothetically, okay, this didn't happen, but Italy, okay, in the group stage, 4 teams. They finished third. You weren't good enough to finish second or first. You may be the best team in the tournament, but you fucked up. You're out.
That
That's
happened to
how it
Spain.
should be.
That happened to Spain and England. So
That's
it still
how it should
happens.
be.
Spain and England,
No,
it happened
man.
to them.
I don't think that's
man.
how it should be because how many countries are on this earth?
Thank you,
To
dude.
just say 32, that's not fair, mate. Like there's way
nearly
more. If you want to call
200
it a
countries.
World Cup, include
you.
more of the world.
Dude,
That's
okay,
my point
okay,
of view.
the final
of it.
format's 32, but the huge qualification process to get there.
No, but you look at it. Okay,
48
perfect
teams is
example
better,
about
man.
that broken qualification system. Look at South America right now. You got teams like Paraguay who might miss out on it. A team like Peru's not that great, and it's not quite South America. But like you got teams like that who are gonna miss out, who could easily challenge a Slovenia from Europe. You know what I mean? You got teams in Africa who could challenge Slovenia, Slovakia, all that. Europe gets so many fucking places in this tournament. And I get it. It's because their level of competition, or at least club level competition, is higher than most of the world. So they assume that the national setup is set up better. It's a higher level. So I get it. But South America only gets, 4 teams that go through, dude? They could have comfortably 6, and any one of those 6 can make it to a World Cup quarter or semifinal, man.
I just say
expand that
include
shit.
more of the world. You want to
Yeah.
call it a World Cup?
You want to be the best?
Include more of the
Instead
world,
of beating
dog.
fucking
Hey,
32
I'm-
teams, now you're going to have to beat 64.
I'm all for inclusion, man. I'm all for
It doesn't
inclusion.
sound like you are, man. We're expanding
Because there's
this
a
World
point
Cup.
you gotta draw the fucking line in the sand, man. And it's all a money grabbing scheme.
I don't
you
think
know?
it is, man, because they're bringing in poorer countries.
If there's not money involved, you're crazy. Because
No,
there
but
is
I don't
money
think it's a
involved.
money grabbing scream. I think it's an expansive.
The
scheme to
positive,
bring everyone in.
the positive side to this is that more countries get a taste of the finals. More countries get their economies grow because their country is there.
Which makes
I
the game
understand
better.
that. I
Yeah.
understand that.
Yeah.
But I am for the seclusion of the elite. I'm sorry, but
But these fucking elite get their shit pushed in when they play these little guys. So how elite are they? Look at Portugal finishes third. Spain is way more elite than Portugal. England, arguably more elite than Portugal. They fucking crash out. Italy struggles to get to where Portugal got. You know what I mean? Like, Portugal, let's not forget, lost their best player in the fucking final. And they had some bum, Adair. No offense, Adair.
But
and
he
I don't
bodied
mean
the
bum
shit
like
out of
a bad.
Koscielny.
Yeah, man. So, like, you're talking about elite. France is elite. They got their shit pushed in. You know what I mean? So, like, if you're going to call yourself elite, I want you playing almost every team in the world then. Let's really
prove
see
it.
who's elite. To prove
It's
it,
like
man.
that boxing
It's
versus
easy-
UFC. Fight someone in their prime. Fight that best person who's up there. Don't wait till they're old to fix fights and wait and see what happens. No. Best of the best, and it's everyone. You can fight anyone in the world. You
But
can
to
fight dudes from-
Al's point, obviously Tom and I are going in, but like to Al's point, a lot of the world feels the way you do, man, and I definitely
it's
see
like a
that point.
50-50. I mean, it's. I'm
Yeah.
telling you,
I
man,
don't
I'm
think
all
there's no
for
wrong
inclusion.
side. There's no wrong side. There's no right side.
No.
It's just the world, man.
But at the
Yeah.
Euros, man, I was happy that they expanded because it gave a lot of nations hope and
Yeah.
pride in their country. It's very nationalistic enterprise.
And maybe-
national football is going to take over world wars. You don't need to fight. You play football instead. That's my vision of the future.
I love it.
You know, call me a hippie, call me an idiot, but inclusion is huge.
And maybe it's because Tom and I are from a small country, South Africa. But like as far as like the football stays, the U.S. is a small country too. So these kind of rules of inclusion mean that the U.S. can slip up and still make it into the World Cup is a good thing, man. Like
I'm all
bigger
for
the
punishment
competition-
for slip-ups. I don't.
I hear you on that.
I'm not about that shit. I'm not for rewarding mistakes and
It allows
you,
the smaller-
You slept for one game, you're out. You know.
It allows the smaller countries to have maybe a slightest bit more chance of getting
slight
in.
more advantage. Let's even it out a little bit, but whatever.
I mean,
the point's not crazy. Man.
I think anyone that
I hear
listens to
you.
this knows that I love the underdog. The way they talk about the smaller clubs, smaller countries. Just let them in a little bit, even if it's just one. I mean, I know the host gets in, but
Look,
if
they
one can
gotta
slip in there, that's
earn
awesome.
it. They gotta earn it. You know what I mean? They gotta compete to get
Yeah.
in there. We're not just throwing them in. So like, let's not pretend like
Things should not be
expanding it
handed to
means
them.
everyone's
But
just
still
gonna
gotta
be
qualify,
included.
still go
You
through
still
the
gotta
paces,
win
yeah.
games. Yeah.
But the big countries, things should not be handed to them. Like, oh, you're like right now, Netherlands.
They're not.
Oh,
they're
you're
not
always
hand-
been
they're
good.
not
Like
handed to
Germany,
them.
Germany builds fucking training camps in the
Right.
country. They built a whole compound
because they have
in
the
Brazil.
infrastructure.
So come on, man. When you see a team like freaking Peru or a small team upsetting them, I love that shit, man. Build your compound. We'll still fuck you up.
Great way to end that right there. Build your compound. We'll still fuck you up.
Let's go to the devastating game here, man. Wales, Ireland. We're really looking forward to this. I'm going to come out and say right away I did not see Seamus Coleman's leg break. I refused.
Oh my god.
I broke
watched
my
it.
leg when I was playing. I refused to watch broken leg videos. Not going to do it. So I did not see it, but I definitely heard plenty about
Double leg break, man. Absolutely disgusting.
it. How was the
That was
tackle?
double. No,
tackle.
it wasn't double leg. It was one leg, but it was tib and fib.
No,
It's
no,
called
they
a double
mean-
leg.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Dr. Bus.
No, when I say double, when I hear double leg, I thought two legs because one and then two. because it'd be
When
double.
you break the
Let's add
tibula and
two plus
fibula,
two. What's that called?
Same leg.
But yeah, Neil Taylor with the tackle.
How was the tackle, guys?
You know
Tell
what?
me
It wasn't.
Okay.
It was exuberant, but it wasn't the worst. It wasn't like I'm gonna go in to hurt you because Neil Taylor, a couple years ago, was it 2012? He had a very bad ankle injury, so he's been on the reverse side of this situation. And as someone who's had injuries themselves, like you would understand, I would go in there to hurt somebody and win the ball, but never to severely injure because it's just. Nobody deserves that. I don't care if I hate you, my worst enemy. I would never wish that upon you. And Neil Taylor experienced.
Well, maybe
that.
my worst
It
enemy.
didn't look like a leg breaking challenge at first.
Yeah.
Now I thought the dirty part of it was the trailing leg. He looked like he went in with his right foot and then kind of whacked him too with his left.
But you know what?
leg.
That trailing, you can't
Like
do
a
anything about it.
scissors almost.
Yeah, it almost looked like a
brought it.
scissors, but you could hear the break
Nope.
on
Yeah.
impact. You could
So glad I
hear
didn't
the snap. It was
see
like a.
I don't think it was.
bad.
People say it was like the worst tackle. I'm like, I don't think it's the worst tackle because that trailing leg, you can't do anything about it because it's part of your body. It's gonna trail with you.
Yeah, but it's like,
better.
do you bring that with you or not?
Okay, so what's better, having a trailing leg or having a 2-foot tackle? I mean, it's one or the
Well,
other.
bro, I'm not going to
But-
decide between the
but
two because you have a choice to not have that trailing leg follow.
The big thing is people say he was showing studs. Coleman actually broke his leg on the back of Taylor's leg, like almost like the
Huss.
right behind the shin.
It was a 50-50 challenge. Neil Taylor won it. He was a little bit high.
This was bad.
But in that moment, as someone who's been in the situation 1,000 times, and I've slide tackled almost half those times.
Yeah, I've seen it.
You know,
I
it's
don't want to see it.
yeah, come on.
Yeah, no,
Nah, Tiki doesn't
I've
wanna
seen this
see it.
before.
Stop
I
being
don't-
squeamish, bro.
Yeah.
No,
Look at
it's
that left leg. That left leg is harsh, man. It's just harsh.
Well,
he
how
brings
else
that
do you
through.
want him to bring in that trailing leg? It's
Bro,
you want him to like cut it off and leave it back for like 10 yards
problem
and
with
pick it up
50-50
later?
tackles a lot of time if you go
Yeah.
to ground or even if you stand on your feet,
Well-
if you don't go 100% or at least 85%, you're gonna get hurt.
You can leave
You know?
your leg outside. He went in with the right foot, right? So he goes in with the right. You can just leave it out there. He also swings his left foot
It was,
after.
no,
That-
it wasn't. It wasn't a swing. His left
I'm
leg was.
watching it in slow motion, bro. I'm
Yeah.
watching it in slow motion.
Yeah, he didn't try to kick the guy. That was fine. I mean, but the big thing.
What?
Actually,
are
if
you
you
talking about? You're wrong. He did
No,
try to
I'm-
kick him.
I don't think he tried to kick him with that
I
trailing
know
leg.
he did. Bro,
You know
let's
he did.
watch it.
Oh, so now you know? Because every time I say something, like, oh, you know,
No, because I'm
we
talking
talked to the guy.
about it with my eyes. I'm
Oh.
looking at it with my eyes.
hit him
You're
up
just
on
going off.
Instagram?
I think. I'm saying.
Well, so you know.
look at the replay.
There's
bro.
zero chance
Look,
you can know.
Look at his left leg.
See, you won't look.
Look how he swings with that left
Don't
leg,
look
bro.
good.
That's fine.
That was a
Alright.
deliberate
It's
swing.
pretty-
I don't need it.
But
Look,
the big
I
thing.
play so hard, so like No, if I'm thinking of, I might break my leg in this challenge.
So if they're, you know what? If I
I
was,
can't have that in my head.
if someone described this tackle to me, I would actually think the defender would have got hurt because the offensive player is swinging their foot into the back of the defender's leg, and I did. Well, that's how I thought it would be because I've done it and I've actually hurt defenders like that. Like they
I've been
miss
on both ends of it, bro.
I haven't been on the defensive side. Like I haven't broken my leg. I mean, the offensive side, I haven't broken my leg. But I don't think it was dirty. I think it was more bad luck.
It was a fair challenge, but I mean, it was a foul. First of all,
it was definitely a foul.
He
It was definitely a foul.
And it was just a football challenge. John O'Shea actually was on the receiving end of a Gareth Bale challenge. Studs up. He had to get stitches inside his leg and on the outside. Could have broken his leg later on in the game. Gareth Bale received a yellow card. But John O'Shea said, it was a rough challenge, but fortunately, I was lucky to not get broken. But it's an Ireland-Wales game. It's a Great Britain game. When England's playing Scotland, England's playing Ireland. These games are feisty. And he said these are games that you want to be involved in, but it's high intensity. It's a man's game. It's tough. It's physical.
And he got
it was just a freak accident. It was a freak accident.
I disagree with that. I think, yes, it was an accident. I don't think he went in with the intentions of, I'm going to break Seamus Coleman's leg.
Yeah.
What makes the challenge dirty to me, again, is that trailing leg, man. And when you look at the replay again, the right foot tackle, that can happen to anyone. Everyone's going in strong with that lead foot. But he swings his left foot around, and that's why he ends up doing like a little bit of a 180 spin around.
To me, I
him.
think he spins around just from the momentum. He's running forward. He makes that right foot contact, and his body just naturally, from that impact, it swivels to the left a little bit. But it's not the left leg doesn't do anything.
Without the breaking leg, is that a straight red?
Like watch, see
if he just goes down. If Coleman
when
just
he comes in, he hits and then he just comes around.
Watch that clamp with the left foot.
But it's just the speed at which he tackles.
The left foot, bro.
But
it doesn't do anything.
He got a straight
but
red
that's what
on the
makes
play,
it dirty
guys.
to me.
Guys, all right, we're done with he got a straight red. Without the break of the leg, is that a red card?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a red card if he doesn't break his leg.
I don't know either.
I don't think so. I really don't.
I don't know either. But you know what? The referee, from what I saw, he didn't even really see a broken leg. He just looked at the challenge and it went straight red.
Yeah, there was no.
Yeah. He didn't look at the player's reaction.
When he flew through the air, his leg was in an L. Oh
yeah.
My God! I mean, that's awful because Coleman, great player. Everyone seems to really like the dude.
And he's having the best
captain
season.
of Ireland too. Captain of the Republic of Ireland. That's a big shout for someone right back, full back for Everton. 28 years old.
Neil Taylor's teammates or former teammates and everything have come out saying he's not a dirty player. He didn't mean to do it. And then you got like Zaha coming out that's an awful that's a disaster.
Because people tackle Willie like that. Yeah. So of course
there's certain people that coming out I mean, I think the overreact the brutalness that Neil Taylor is getting over this is a little overreacting because people saying that he should be suspended till Coleman comes back. I think it was more bad luck than anything. And that's what happens. That's when you put your body on the line.
I haven't heard that.
Like this.
It's a red card. It's 3-game suspension. That's it. Over with. Best of luck to Seamus Coleman on his recovery. Need to get him back and fit.
The bummer for Everton too, with the Merseyside Derby coming up too.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. So Group D sits with Serbia on top, Republic of Ireland.
Serbia!
Second.
What's up, Igor?
Same points, 11 points, and then Wales sitting on 7 points, just outside of that second place playoff position.
Oh my God! Georgia played Serbia, right?
Yeah, they got smacked up.
Oh my God! But Georgia was up 1-0, and then I don't know the names, but number 8, they went in. It was a great through ball. Number 8 has the ball, has 10 across the 6, and takes a shot.
Goes for glory
and misses. His teammate starts going flipping out. It would have went up 2-0 against Serbia, and Serbia probably would have lost if he made the right play right there. That was actually I noted as the worst decision of the week. Goes to that dude.
Poor guy.
Goes to Georgia.
So then we got Spain smashing up on Israel 4-1 in Group G action, and then Italy speeds up on Albania as well 2-0. Group G, obviously Spain and Italy the favorites for that.
Yeah, I mean they should be. I mean
they both tied at first with 13 points. Spain leading by goal difference of 17. Italy with 9. Next closest team is Israel with 9 points.
This was Gianluigi Buffon's 1,000th appearance, which is just incredible. For a player to be playing that long. Started playing at 17 years old.
Is he the best goalie of all time?
All time.
I think so.
All time.
Right?
He's won everything there was. I mean, wait.
No Champions League.
No Champions League yet? Oh.
That's the one.
That's what I was
trophy.
concerned.
That is the one trophy. As far as I know, he hasn't won. But he's been along for the ride. He's won World Cup. So you win a World Cup and you don't win a Champions League, that's all right. That's okay.
They asked Pirlo about like who's the best goalie of all time. He says, it's Buffon. Like, what about if he came to New York? And Pirlo thinks Buffon's a little too old to come to the MLS now because he's 39 or something. But what do you guys think? Do you think Buffon would come over to MLS at like 45?
I don't
44?
see
Like
goalkeepers coming to the MLS. I think the major success, players that come to the MLS primarily should be attacking players.
They'd have to pay so much for
because American soccer fans, honestly, they want to see goals. I think that the American soccer fan has gotten smarter and more intelligent, and they do recognize legends like Gigi Buffon, but you don't necessarily go to the game to see a goalkeeper.
I wouldn't mind seeing Buffon at the Revs.
I think in Massachusetts, I think a goalie, an Italian player, can pull.
Dude, we had fucking Spider-Man, Walter Zenga.
Oh my God! If Buffon came to New England Revolution,
former Italian national team goalie,
the North End would explode.
Okay, keep talking
now.
over me, Hussey. That's cool. Keep talking over me.
No, we're all talking together. It's unison, teamwork.
Two of us are talking.
Yeah, Walter Zenga, Spider-Man, go on. Play coach.
So those two
Best
teams,
man ever. Backwards hat.
those two teams tied for first place, and then we got Group H finally with Belgium, Greece. Belgium, what a letdown, man. This should have been a TCB game. Although Greece is
Hey,
a bad
thank
team.
you. Yeah, give respect to the Greeks.
Yep.
All right.
But this is what we're talking about with Belgium, man, the mentality, right?
Yeah,
they
don't
have
say
all the
we.
talent. This is what I was talking
Yeah,
about.
you're right.
They have all
You're
the
right, man.
talent,
When you're right, you're right.
but it's that mentality. Can you get over the hump? Can you get over teams like this?
Humpty hump.
Lukaku with a stud goal. Basically 90th minute. It was 89th minute, but a buzzer beater goal, man. Off the chesties. Just sits down that center back, dude. The guy landed literally like he was in a body bag. He got body bagged by Lukaku flat on his back, dude. Like straight knocked out. Lukaku, the stud goal.
Comatose.
Beast. No surprise here to
Belgium
see
needs
Fellaini
help,
getting
though,
a yellow
huh?
card. No surprise.
But I mean, let's
They'll
not
play
forget
hard.
that. Let's not forget that Greece had 2 red cards. One came in the 90th, but they were up 1-0 until they got the red card in the 65th, and then Lukaku scored in the 89th. So Belgium should be doing a lot better than this. To have one of the, on paper, probably top 5, maybe top 3 team in the world.
Yeah, I mean, they were ranked first with the coefficient standings going into the Euros, I think.
They should be doing much better than this.
Here's the thing, though. We don't want to pass up on Greece because, honestly,
Greece is good, yeah, but
they're one of the most organized teams defensively.
teams.
That's the thing. So
That's
you
how
can look
they
at them and
won a
say they're
Euro.
good, but yeah, their defensive organization is on point. And they have a guy, Socrates, Ellsboy, he got Meg 3 times in a row. They got that guy on there.
Nice.
They also got
Dude's
Kostas
nice.
Manolis, bro, who's a stud for Roma. So these guys at center
And
back,
Mitroglou, who got
Yeah,
the goal.
man.
I hate his beard.
bro, but he's
got a little
he's a
under
baller.
beard.
But those 2 center backs are rocks back there, man. So don't sleep on this Greek team.
yeah, but to be considered one of the maybe top 3 teams in the world,
But this should have been, look,
playing
Tom,
10
I
men
hear what-
Greece.
You're playing 10-man Greece at home. I hear what you're saying, but I think this was a Belgian mentality fault.
It was a letdown
I don't think
for
it was
sure.
Greece tactics.
Oh, it was a letdown for sure.
It was a massive letdown. If this was Spain or Italy or England, we'd be like, this is a massive letdown.
But I mean,
Congrats to Greece for stealing a point away from home. Belgium, difficult place to play, but this is massive letdown.
the
Belgium.
big thing is that Hazard didn't play. I mean, if he plays, I think they win.
Possibly, yeah.
He's
Yeah.
just such a game
He's an X
changer.
factor,
He's
no
getting
doubt.
back to his form. When he plays at his top rate, he's easy
stud.
top 10 in the world. Easy.
Should have thrown on his brother, Thorgun. Give him a shout.
Young Thor.
Same family.
Young Thor. And then in the rest of the world games, that leaves it for qualifiers. We got Liverpool legends playing the Real Madrid legends.
Stevie G coming at you.
Taking
What,
over.
2 assists, a goal. He caused the penalty for foul. I mean, the guy, he's awesome.
Who?
You know what? CVG, he's the man. I love that he came back. And you know what? The big thing is that all the legends, even Real Madrid legends,
Dudes
they're coming
like
in and they're just
Salgado out
saying,
there.
when they walked in that stadium, it was just a different. I mean, they said it was just a sight to see.
That game was 4-3 Liverpool for the Legends.
They were up 4-0 at one point. Real Madrid came back, clawed 3 goals back. Fernando Morientes playing on both sides.
Yeah, McDeman, whatever his
McDeman?
I can't say his name. I can't say anybody's
Try.
name. I know
McManaman.
Yeah, well, he played on both sides.
Say it with me, ready?
He played on both sides
Hussey,
last year, too.
say it with me.
McDeman, whatever.
McManaman.
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 The man.
McManaman.
Demanda?
McManaman.
Demanda?
Say it with me.
McDemanda.
McManaman.
Where are you getting the
McManaman.
D?
Oh my God, you
I don't know.
suck.
You gotta stop
I
thinking
stopped
the D,
listening. I
bro.
just started saying words out there.
It's all about that.
What else is
D.
new?
Shout out to Man United legends.
No, don't bring this game
taking
up,
the
dude.
OT.
Don't
I
bring
know
this
you were
game
trying to
up,
sneak
dude.
this one
Damn
up.
it.
To the PFA legends, taking the
Shit.
nice drubbing 3-0. Paul Scosey looking fat and old.
Whoa.
Yeah, Scosey, I'm hollering at you. Only shitting on Arsenal. Yeah. All right, what about this game? Taking a nice
What was that?
0-3.
You know what it
0-3
was?
loss.
They got bored with winning, dude. They
Yeah.
won so much
Oh,
when it mattered.
relax.
When it mattered.
It was all for
that they're
charity.
like, yeah,
So they didn't care. No backs.
Well, we've won. We got medals.
Couldn't handle the
Hey, you want to
PFA
compare
legends.
trophy cabinets? Set skulls.
PFA legends. Whatever. Is what it is.
These are the Aussie
Is what it
legends
is.
too. A little more embarrassing than regular PFA legends. Any other news, fellas?
I got nuggets.
Let's drop them real quick.
All right, I got 4. So we talked about Barcelona and Neymar going really hard after Coutinho. So we're always saying like a price. But now Barcelona might include Rakitic and
Rakati.
and some money.
That's a nice little swap action.
Yeah, and some money to get Coutinho.
Well, if Barcelona's going to hold on to Messi for about $700K a week, roughly around there, they're going to need to refinance this squad, sell Rakitic. They need to get some guys off this wage bill because they can't afford it. And in order to afford
Well,
Messi's
Coutinho's
staying,
getting 200,000.
it depends what the numbers are, but I don't think Coutinho will go. They got to sell a few players just to keep Messi.
But I don't think this is actually a real transfer right now. I think this is just Barcelona because Coutinho has been saying like he wants to stay and he likes Liverpool. I think what Barcelona is playing like mental games. Once they throw transfers like that out, maybe you get the Liverpool fans saying, "All right, we're gonna lose him anyways. Maybe let's do this," and then they start getting on board. Then Coutinho, it's almost like, "Oh, you guys don't want me?" Trying to like cause a little bit of drama between them. Then he's like, "Fine, I will leave. Then I will leave."
Number 2.
Number 2, AC and Inter, both Milans, are preparing a bid for Yaya this summer because he's out of contract.
Wasteful. Next.
That's not wasteful.
He's gotta
He's
go.
getting He's getting like something like 230,000
his
a week.
wages are through the roof.
But they said that they're going to offer him something slightly lower, so it's probably going to be around 200,000 a week.
Yeah, right.
crazy.
No, if he
That's
gets
so
100,000, 150,
But that's-
he should get 150 and be happy with
But
that.
you and I were just talking. AC's, they're attached. Well, they're linked with Sissoko. So I mean, have him on the right, have Yaya in the middle. In Italy, I mean, Pirlo wasn't
do wonders.
the biggest runner. So in Italy, I think Yaya could do some damage.
Definitely.
3.
Chelsea for Lukaku again. I feel like this is going to be worn out even by now. We're going to be talking about this all summer long until he gets sold. Chelsea for Lukaku. It's not just they're going to do 40 mil plus Batshuayi. If you're Everton, that's not a bad deal
It's not bad at
No.
all.
because you're getting
You need a replacement.
you're getting a very good replacement and,
And they want to
40
get
mil.
rid of him anyway.
Yeah,
But
and
I think regardless of Lukaku going to Chelsea, I think it's almost set in stone that he's leaving Everton at the end of this year. He has not re-signed his contract. He said he's made up his mind. He's decided his contract, but he hasn't come out and said what it is. But it's looking like that 0.1% that Everton said he was 99.9% signed for the next season, but that 0.1 looks like it's going to overrule the 99, and he's leaving this year. So whether it's Chelsea or Liverpool or wherever,
He's out of
But
there.
I think that'd be a great deal for Everton because you're getting somebody that's, I think that basically the same age or the same age. Oh no, he's 1 year younger than Lukaku.
Yeah.
But I mean, Lukaku seems to be the one that's gonna be the better player, but you never know at this age. So Batshuayi might actually turn out to be the better player.
Mitsubishi needs to play.
Shout out Mitsubishi, man. Get that starting time.
Yeah,
4.
He'd destroy.
4.
He'd be awesome at Everton, man.
If Liverpool makes Champions League,
Ha!
it's looking legitimate that they might be able to land James Rodriguez.
That will be an amazing signing for you.
Won't
For
happen,
around
man.
65 mil.
Wouldn't happen.
It's about that right now.
Won't
It's an
happen.
amazing signing.
What does he play? What do you put him? Like, what does he help with?
If
like,
Coutinho leaves, I mean, fit him in this time.
You could put Coutinho at left wing, James right in the middle.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can put James at right wing, Coutinho in the middle. They can switch
James,
it up.
James is good down the middle.
Yeah.
And they can always switch up the formation. They don't have to do a 4-3-3 next year. But I mean, just to be able to be linked
That's
to
just
that,
quality.
it's been a very long time for Liverpool to be linked to bringing someone in. It's always someone leaving, but
Club shit.
But
Get
once
used to it.
I have breaking news,
Yeah.
hot off the presses. As we were discussing it in this episode, I think maybe Al or Tiki called it. Danny Blind has been sacked as manager
Surprise.
of Netherlands. So you guys basically fired after the loss, the 2-0 loss to Bulgaria. We mentioned how abysmal of a performance it was, and he just wasn't getting enough out of the players. A little awkward at the family dinner table with Daly and Danny, but best of luck to Danny Blind, and hopefully the Netherlands can turn it around.
Who they bring in though?
We'll see.
You need to bring in a Dutch.
I mean, you got legends.
You need to bring in someone. Van
Right-
Basten's
right
been
guard.
there, but he got chased out of the job.
Clivert.
Clivert was LVG's assistant.
Right
Now he's
guard.
where the hell's Clivert now?
You can tap a bunch of people out.
Yeah.
Moral of the story, they have plenty of legends who can come in and take over.
and while we're doing this whole episode, just because we have so many followers from Malta, you're down one goal, 2-1 Slovakia. There's still 7 minutes left, so never know how that's going to turn out. But both goals happening before the 14th minute. I mean, come on, Malta. Come on, boys. Come on, Wayne Spiteri.
Go Malta.
In fantasy, let's wrap up with fantasy Bussington. Tables, man.
Don't sign Coleman. That's rule number one. Seamus
Yeah,
Coleman.
that's rule one, man.
Sell-
Always wait for international
Yeah.
games to be done before you pick
You
people
never
up.
know what's
Well, I
going
mean,
to
that's-
happen, who's going to get injured or
That's
what.
why I said last week we can't talk about fantasy because you
Yeah, I
never
mean,
know
we
what's
can
going to
talk.
happen.
We can talk about who's standing where. I mean, this is not
All right.
fantasy nuggets.
All
I
right.
don't want to give people. People can read for nuggets, you know.
So we got first place, Keith Brincat. Gets 75 points last game week. That's pretty good.
This guy's just dominating, man.
He's got.
It's been up at the top for a while
He
now.
got 1579 total points. Then we got Cherry Poppins, David Bello at 1530. You got John Michella at 1519.
Michelle
You got
Crew.
Bango
Is there...
back in the realm, studying again, doing his thing again. Yeah, I am. I'm
Better
back.
be studying for that teacher's course.
Well,
Is Michelle-
I know. That's.
Better stop worrying about fantasy, bro.
No, yeah, but 1506. I'm coming for you. I mean, I'm only down 73 points. That's really not that bad because I had pretty much everyone up top has all all the wild cards, whatever they are, minus the.
Who'd you
Who'd
displace, though, to get to fourth?
Wayne Spiteri, Team Violence, Team
No
Drop
violence.
In. And then we got Me So Vardy.
84-point week. That's
Bro,
crazy.
It's so close between 5th and 10th place. It's just tight. It's just tight.
Oh, yeah, because we got, that's Philip Cunningham at 1482, Tiki, and Tom, 7th and 8th. The 7th rated by 2 points.
Yeah, motherfucker.
2 points.
Tiptoeing in my Jordans.
Oh,
Knock,
not
knock.
even worried.
Knock, knock.
They got,
Oh, there's no one there.
Tiki's
Like,
coming
oh,
from the
oh,
dark,
oh,
man. He doesn't
no
give a
one there.
shit anymore.
Yeah.
He's fine.
All
I'm
right.
good.
we got Bruno. We got
Hey,
Bruno at
Brazil.
9th at 1467. Then we got Daniel Paul Brimcat at 1453. You
The
kept
other
me out of
Brimcat
first
sister.
place for how many weeks? And then your brother came in, or I think your brothers, and you kept me out. And
The
then
sisters.
How you fell to 10th? Where are you, Daniel? Where are you? Don't fall to. Don't drop to double digits.
Then we got Lando USA.
Oh, dog.
He's coming up.
Yeah, let's not sleep on Gomes real
Gomes
quick. I know
coming
you
up.
got
I don't
Lando
know how
USA.
Gomes
Holy
is up
shit.
there,
But
man.
Gomes is on a charge, dude. He's
What happened, bro?
trying to break into that top 10.
This is that
dude.
bullshit. This is a fantasy where you can chill for like 5 weeks,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden, oh, we're playing fantasy, and then you
That's
get
what
a
I
couple
did,
good
man. I was
weeks,
in
bro.
December, like, just chilling. I was like, oh, shit. Like, we're in this.
It's nuts, man.
Lando.
Pissed at Gomes. He was very close to me. Keeps jumping away from me. I'm not far, man.
6
Me and Gomes
points.
got 6 points in between 3 places. Lando USA stuck in 15th. But a quick shout out to Boris the Blade.
Climbing
In
back?
from exile, 22nd place.
bro. for the
Not
past
doing
2
too
weeks.
bad considering 84 points last week.
I think he's gotten the highest for 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, he's running away with it, man. He's coming for that
Let's
ass.
not forget about Igor. 27th place. And then we got Beat the Crust, Farid. What has happened to you? And fantasy-wise, he used to be so good, man.
Kid gave up.
And he's in 29th place.
Dragon Dude.
Dude, he's competing with people who don't even check their fantasy anymore. I swear to God.
He's playing against ghosts. He's playing against robots.
I would just stop playing at that point.
He is robot team, right? He's playing against the robot team right now.
He is. All right, that wraps it up for us. Check us out in a few days when we release the midweek episode. Thanks for listening, guys. We appreciate it.
Can't wait for EPL football to be back.
Wednesday would be a good time to get in, like, really into some fantasy stuff. Why not?
Yeah,
we get why not? Yeah, we got some fixtures coming up, so most of the international will be done, so we know who's injured, who's not.
So be ready for Huss to dig in nice and deep for you.
Dig it.